This episode of Lions Den was brought to you by Common Sense. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Welcome to the Lions Den. 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
Welcome to the Lions Den. 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Called you to Jeremiah. I'm finna bring the fire. Cause on the second turn, you don't crucify the Messiah. Roaring like a lion instead of being defiant. You better come together and try to form an alliance. Black Jesus minister, new heavyweight champ. Finna turn the lights on instead of using a lamp. They try to keep up with us, but they leg is catching a cramp. Hebrew Israelites, now that's the name of the camp. That's a divine prospect, shout out to the brother Ron. When they see the Hebrews, other ideologies run. Then apologies come, forever calling us dumb. Bringing all of the facts and leave them silent and numb. So Kwam Yasha Allah, call up Danya Allah. We got no problem, tell the truth and we follow. Got skilled debaters, like Michael Edwards. We never go run, PowerPoint, we bring the lecture. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. We see you talking down when you're doing your interviews. We got a multitude of knowledge, so how could we lose? Used to be in the gang, so I give them the blues. Welcome to the Lions Den, we deep when we face you. I know it's hard to understand your ancestors was a slave, but challenging biblical knowledge, homie, we did great. Intellectually, I know you really hear me. You're standing right here next to me. King. Yeah, you gon' get this work. When a father don't spend his time, that mean he fit this curse. We the people, like it or not. Take a look at your block. The rise of AOC, Masharai, Yasha'Allah, cause we got it on lock. Identified through our conditions. Try to label us African without permission. Never laying down, tapping out, no submission. See us in the streets every day, we on a mission. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again.
Yes.
And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect.
For real?
We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community. We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community in which you are at the forefront of, Sarnetta. So what we're saying is that we want to have a dialogue and discussion about what is good for black people and what should we be dealing with within our community and our faith. Man, we wanted to have an intelligent conversation.
So why don't you invite me on your...
Welcome to the Lions Den. We have a Lions Den presentation. We have our new Nuwapian brother, Consu, here to expose Jabari as a HOTEP hustler, fake priest. So, unmute your mic, introduce yourself, and go from there.
Can you hear me? Oops.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I didn't mean to put that early. Sorry. All right. What's up? Rahu back. Greetings. First and foremost, let me say, man, peace to the family. Rahu back. Yasar. Shemim Hatep. Assalamu alaikum. Alifia. Hashalonka. Any greetings in any language you speak, as my brother, big brother Crumb, shout out to Crumb TV, likes to always say. I want to greet everybody, first of all, in peace and love. We come in knowledge, information, right knowledge, right wisdom, right information that leads to sound right reasoning. That's what we're here to deal with. I'm going to give a big shout out to the Lions Den. This is the return of brother Consu to the Lions Den. It's been a while. I think the last debate I had in the Lions Den was with the Rastafarian brother on the was Haile Selassie the Comforter. I think that was the last debate I had in here, and I think I did a really good job. I actually got voted as the winner for that. We had brother Mudawa Mugabe who was judging that. Shout out to brother Mudawa. And just good to be back in the Lions Den, man. You know, I've been doing a lot of things, been very busy. It's been hard for us to get this set up. I know y'all been busy. Shout out to you, Sister Karima, Brother Jeremiah, who hopefully can make it with us a little later. Y'all been putting out content on a daily basis. So big up to the Lions Den blowing up, man. If you ain't subscribed, like and subscribe right now. Lions Den YouTube, Lions Den Facebook, several different Facebook page groups. But basically, everybody should know by now. And let me say this too. One thing about my relationship with the Lions Den is, you know, one thing about me and Brother Jeremiah in particular is we've had disagreements, we've had, you know, a little small stuff, but we ain't never really been bitching men, what we call bitching men about it. We've always maintained a solid relationship. We've always been cool. We've never gotten to each other's personal bullshit or anything like that. So let me say salute to him. Salute to Brother Taharka Bey. You know, Brother Taharka Bey and I had some disagreements. I made a few comments about a debate he had with a brother that I think he got, you know, I think he lost that debate. But the brother didn't get mad. He didn't try to slander me. He didn't try to look up my criminal records. He didn't try to, you know, do none of this crazy shit. And it's a cordial. That's what men do. Men and women can disagree and have contentions and not get so crazy and personal with it. So, contrary to popular belief, this is not a personal attack on Brother Jabari or the Shrine of Ma'at. This is not an attack on who this brother is as a person. Got nothing to do with his personal life. I'm making one statement clear and one statement clear only. All I'm saying is, we know Brother Jabari went to Cornell University. We know he has these degrees at these universities, these Western European universities. That's not what I'm here to argue. But being an Egyptologist, being a student of European university information, and then calling yourself a priest of the ancient Kemetic tradition is contrary to popular belief, is two totally different ball games. So that's kind of what we want to get into. That's kind of what we want to get into today. So that's just my interest. And as far as who I am, if anybody's not familiar with me, I am Brother Consu and Yame Ray, formerly known as Brother Consu the Renuapium. I'm still a practitioner and still a student of the science of Nuwapu. I just chose to change my YouTube name for certain reasons. One thing, the main thing that I am pushing is, of course, being a part of the Lightning from the East book, which is the only biography of Dr. Malachi York in existence. And we actually mentioned Brother Jabari in that book because it's a whole section in the back where we exposing the slanderers. So we actually put Jabari in there with a list of other slanderers. You can find that book at YouTube. I actually shared a link in a little while. Excuse me. You can find that book on Amazon and all other platforms. It's called Lightning from the East, and it's the official biography. It's actually the part 2 to this book. I got other physical copies, but they're in my basement. I don't feel like going to get it, but it's actually a part 2 of this, which is The Man from Many Faces, Uncovering the Truth about Dr. Malachi Z. York and the United Nuwapian Nation of Moors, written by Yvonne Christensen, forward by Nebu Ka Ma'at. And this actually was originally published, guys, in Africa. Iceberg Publishing, Tamaray House, Iceberg Publishing is in Harare, that's Zimbabwe. Accra, that's I think Ghana. Lagos, that's Nigeria. Monrovia, that's Liberia. Freetown and Johannesburg, that's South Africa. I think this book was originally published in 2005, actually. And it was put out by Yvonne Christensen, Olufemi Atuwale, and Adafa Nimrod Amun Nicole L. of the Universal Yoruba Nation. All right, and the part I'm going to show it online. Like I say, my physical copies. I don't want to disrupt the show by having to go get them. I can just show the copy. Lightning from the East is a part 2. It's an upgrade. It's a revised edition. A lot of changes have been made to Dr. U.S. case and stuff, and we put a whole extra chapter in the back of the book addressing the slanderers. And the main slanderer is a guy named Chuck Morgan, who I know y'all familiar with. He's been on Sonetta. Jeremiah Judah, I think, may have had a few words with him. I'm not sure. But we address all the slanderers in that book. So that's what I'm here representing. Brother Consu is representing the Universal Yoruba Nation. And we are here to set the and the reason, let me say this too. I'll let that, I'll save that because some people might have that question. So I ain't even gonna say that, but that's what it is right there. You can find me at Brother Consu and Yame Ray on YouTube. Brother Consu on YouTube, Brother Consu and Yame Ray on Facebook, and lightningfromtheeast.com at Amazon, and also the website is coming soon. You still there, sis?
Right, I'm here.
Okay.
Ready to share?
Yeah. I'm actually going to send I'm actually going to send that link. Send a few links. Let a few people may want to call in. Sister Karima, I don't mind. I do have a app with a number that they can call in, or you can just send a link and you don't necessarily have to share them on the screen, but they can ask questions or verbally communicate whatever. If they want to.
Yeah, no, they can get on. They can get on the panel if they want to. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put the link out there. The link is on the screen.
Yes. Let's let that be known. We are open 100% to questions, comments, and concerns. Matter of fact, let me unblock, because I had to block some of Jabari's fake goons that he sent against me, right?
Yes, indeed.
I'm serious, because after I started addressing Jabari, and let's get something straight. I addressed this man not only on Sonetta TV Live, but I addressed him on the same panel with Mark Lamont Hill from CNBC News. I mean, from CNN News and Al Jazeera News. I addressed both of them at the same time on Sonetta, and neither one of them, not one of them, would come and agree to a one-on-one debate. Neither one of them would. So, you know, we're going to put some emphasis on that and why that. And both of them are in the book, too. This is not a slander campaign. I don't believe in slander. That's another thing I like about the Lion's Den. And my brother Jeremiah, you know, you can have a different religion than somebody, a different belief than somebody. Fine. Stick with that. Stick with the doctrine. Stick with the teachings. I don't care about who you having sex with, what you do in your personal time. I don't give a damn about that. So we keep over here in the Lions Den, we keep it 100. We don't deal with all that bullshit. He say, she say, wishy-washy, sis, whispering, gossip, drama, bullshit. You know, if it comes, it got to be dealt with, but that's not what this is. This is scholastic. I got notes for this. I got Jabari, they fear me. I went toe-to-toe with Jabari and the Mark Lamont Hill. For people that don't know, I will post it in the link. For some of the Lions Den viewers that may not know, yes, Brother Consu went live one-on-one with Brother Jabari, Mark Lamont Hill, and Sister Napal all at the same time. And Mark Lamont Hill sent word to Jabari, to Sarnetta saying that he was going to set up debate, and he never did. And neither did Jabari. And he buck danced around the situation. Then a week or two later, Jabari's debating Brother Black Jesus Minister. And me and Black Jesus Minister actually did I went in on his show about that too. So it just goes to show, I mean, they intentionally going, he say, I'm not running from you, but Consu, who are you? Nobody even knows you. Blah, blah, blah. Mark Lamont Hill knew me. Mark Lamont Hill mentioned me for the first time on Sonetta. And he threw shade at me by saying, yeah, I see some people representing Dr. York on the internet. He said one of them looks white. This was before I even went on there with Sonetta, with Mark Lamont Hill on Sonetta. You see? So they try to act like they don't know me, but they fear debating me one-on-one on this particular subject. Because I've had good debates. Well, let me say this. I've had great debates in the Lions Den. But we haven't had, when Jeremiah Judah first got us on Sonetta, I called out Divine Prospect, Garfield and Ankh, and Tazariak. Neither one of them would debate me. So why is it that I can find debates in the Lions Den? I can find debates on Crumb TV. I can find debates, but why? But it's an underlying plot. We're gonna get to that. But hold on. Where was I at? What was I supposed to be doing, sister? I got off track. I was supposed to be sharing my page, sharing my screen.
Yes.
All right. Real quick. Okay. Yes, I sent the link to a few people if they want to jump in. Oh, that's what I need to do. Wait a minute. Let me unblock, because I had to block these Jabari's fake goons that kept harassing me. They made up a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna get into that though. So let me do this real quick. Boom, blocking. All right, let me unblock, because I want them to call in. Sean, let me unblock. William and Zephaniah. All right, I just unblocked them. Now I'm about to Sean Rob Richardson. All right, now I'm about to forward the link and give them a chance to step up to the plate if they want to. Since Jabari is running, because what it really is boiling down to is Jabari is running from our debate. He's trying to say that I'm not qualified to debate him because I didn't go to Cornell University, yet he would debate any Tom, Dick, and Harry on fucking Sonetta but me. So let me copy this, send this. What am I doing? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Sean. All right, and he's online right now. I'm sending him the link. He's online right now, guys. His shit is green. His shit is, you know how you can see it? It's green. Here we go. Sean Richardson. Boom. I just sent him the link. Now I'm about to send it to this other clown. William Humphreys. Rahul back, my brother. Rahul back, my brother.
Rahul back. Long time no see, brother. What's going on?
Oh, it's going. We back. We in the Lions Den tonight.
Oh, in the Lions Den?
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
This is the Lions Den right here. Now it should get real over here now, my brother. Now, hey, you brother, know, man, you
call me Tarzan, brother. I stick in the Lions Den, bro, and I come out with a nice fur over me. Put me in the jungle and I come out with a chinchilla. That's the way I roll.
Hey, Sister Karima, this is an elder of the Ansar Nuwapian Nation for over how many years, bro? 40?
Like 44 years.
44 years?
45 years.
Yeah.
Shalom, welcome to the Lions Den.
Peace.
All right, let me do this one last time. William Humphreys is his name. William Humphrey. Got it. All right. So I just sent it. I just sent all of the links to boom. Got him right there. Come on. We live on Lions Den. Let me show y'all that brother Jabari, brother Consu is not playing. Zephaniah Parahu. Keep in mind, this is one of a Kemetic priest with a Hebrew name now. That's some suspect shit. Because we tonight we going in. This is smoke night. We're going to get scholastic, but we also giving smoke. But I just sent him the link. He just accepted. He just accepted me on Messenger because we was blocked. And then I told him, come on, we live. So let's see. All right. So anyway. All right. So now I got that out of the way. Okay. So now. Okay, brother Eligio Esquibio Reyes. I just want to answer some questions because we got some questions coming in real quick. Brother Eligio Esquibio Reyes says, "What did you guys debate about?" Well, it hasn't been a debate yet, brother. That's the problem. And it hasn't been a debate yet because Jabari has not accepted debate because he doesn't feel that I'm worthy to debate. It's called a cop-out. The reason he doesn't fit, the reason he's saying that is because he knows I have him trapped in an intellectual corner. If it was a boxing ring, he would be on the ropes. You see, And so in order for him to try to save himself, he know I'm getting publicity now, a lot of publicity about this. And it could possibly mess up his, what we call, what y'all call it? Y'all call it a barros? Feria? What y'all call it? Pesos?
Money? Pesos, money, yeah.
Y'all call it barros?
Oh,
Puerto Ricans?
No, we call it chavos.
Chavo. He knows that it will mess up his money, right? So what he did was he tried to send his fake student / fake goons after me.
He did. Wow.
And I told them, and this is what I told them. I asked them, I said, and I'm gonna show all this. I got the screenshots of all this. I said, all right, okay, since you here defending your teacher, I don't contest that. I defend my teacher. People defend their teachers. Since you're here defending your teacher, do you even know what this is about? They didn't know what it was about. I said, oh, you think that I'm just trying to clout chase and talk crap about Jabari just because I woke up one morning and said, hey, Jabari, I just want to mess with Jabari. No, that's not what it's about. Jabari lied and disrespected my master teacher publicly live on Sonetta with Mark Lamont Hill. That's what started this. So my initial attack was on Mark Lamont Hill first, then Jabari second for co-signing it. Because I had already known now, and we're going to get into this later. I had already known that Brother Jabari's master teacher and who he says initiated him, Baba Haru, used to be not only friends, but an employee of Mr. Malachi York, back then known as Imam Isa, and his brother Oba Oyo and his store Merchants of Oyo. He was an employee. He worked for the York family. So I had already known that, so I knew Jabari was messing up. But what were you going to say, big brother?
I know. I was going to say that even prior to that whole Mark Lamont Hill, if you go back to the Prince Amun, Prince York at that time.
Yes, that's right.
In that conversation
further back. That's right.
Right. Then that conversation there was a long build. Yep. Prince Amun was holding down, was holding it down, but Jabari kept going around and using logical. I saw that whole thing. You got to really watch that whole thing to say, wow, very ingenuous, man. Very ingenuous.
Yes. Shout out to my brother Spencer Davis in the building. Rahul back, my brother. So to finish this question, what was it about? So that was my contention. My contention was, okay, you went on public TV, you agreed with something Mark Lamont Hill said he seen that really wasn't nothing at all when you watched the freaking video. He doesn't say he's seen anything.
No.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, it started with Prince York. He was throwing jabs at Prince York, trying to say Dr. York was like trying to make himself look like Jesus, that the Nuwapi language was messed up.
Jesus thing.
We've addressed this. I've been trying to get Brother Jabari's attention for a long time. And with the help of the Lions Den, I was finally able to do it. And now he's been running from us ever since. So it starts with his slander of Dr. York, period. We are students. We are supporters of Dr. York. And we don't like to see lies and stuff being told about him. And that's it. That's what started it. Then further research into the investigation of Jabari, his origin, where he comes from. Anybody that knows the Wapians know we're extreme researchers. As I started to research, I started to find a lot of stuff that I thought made Jabari very audastic. You had the audacity, yet your master teacher was a friend, a business associate, and an employee, and a supporter of the very man you got on Sod Nigga TV and slander.
And Consu, let me add this. Baba Haru used to be a police officer. He used to work the beat. Yeah, Baba Haru was a police officer.
Baba Haru.
Yeah, he was a police officer.
That's
right. And in his beat, when he walked,
he said that
he carried an ankh and he push the answer Allah doctrine to a lot of the youth.
That's right. That's right.
Push the
let me say something real quick to Maya Kellis, who is probably one of Jabari's goons, one of Jabari's fake trolls that he gets to. She said, he or she says, when did y'all have a conversation? Years ago. He been running from me. Then he says, you gonna get dragged by Jabari just like everybody else. Who's drugged me? I can't get nobody from Sarnetta to debate me. Only debates I've had, honestly, have been on the Lions Den on my own platform, or on Chrome TV, which
Consu, they never
will debate downtown 5 Points, but
they never will because it's not. They're always gonna bring up the
keep on hating, baby.
Right? They're always gonna bring up the character, Dr. York, but they're not gonna address the teachings.
That's right. Let me
see. They're afraid of the teachings, the amount of books that this man was able to bring out into the world.
They can't get nowhere close to that.
Yeah, he got into rare books because I've seen those rare books from my own eyes and just reformed it and rebranded books that you will never find in the streets of New York or any streets. You will never find these books because they hold them in universities. You know what I'm saying? They hold them in sites. The Masonic Museum hold a lot of these books. He was able to bring this information from there out into the public. That's what they're afraid of.
That's right.
They're afraid of that. So like I say, I don't argue about the character of Dr. You're going to believe what you want to believe about the man and the case, whatever. But let's deal with the teachings. Let's go into the core. Let's go to the teachings. They won't do it. They will not do it because it would expose their whole scheme, their teaching. That's what the man did.
You know what, my brother? Guess what? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. I'm attempting. Hold on. I ain't sharing my camera. I'm sorry. Stop it, Jabari.
Does not deal with the
person Shahi. The man didn't give nothing, but the man mentioned me going to prison when I was 19. The man mentioned lies on Dr. York. The man, he don't get personal. He just deal with information. Stop. I'm gonna show all this.
He camouflages that information with personal attacks. That's
he's a flamingo. If you don't know what flamingo is, go look it up. But I can't find, for some reason, it looks like I've been blocked out of the House of Consciousness page. So let me go and find.
You see, in order to get to Jabari, you got to hit him scholastically, and you got to bring up, like, for instance, constantly hit him with logical fallacy. You got to point it out to him. Bro, that's a logical fallacy. And that's this. That's a hasty generalization. Oh, that's a straw man. Oh, that is
hominem.
Ad hominem. That is, you got to hit him with that. You have to hit him with that. You know,
and he know we will. He know we will. He know we will. That's why he won't debate.
He will never have a conversation with me. I was in Sarnetta and he appeared and he never once addressed. He will never address me at all because he knows that he can't play that shit. Well, did you know the man? Yeah, I studied him 5 years. I played basketball with him. I hung out with him. Did you his teachings? Did you study with him? Were you there when Saeed Sadiq came from Sudan, from the United Nations? Yes, I was there. You know, he cannot play any of that with me. And it comes to the doctrine of, when we were the Islamic Hebrews, and he went into the whole Hebrew paradigm, he can't deal with that. He can't deal with that. We were able to go to different schools and find ourselves. We went to different schools and we find who we are within all these different schools. But I don't understand. These Negroes can't get that. They can't get it. You know, how you can go into different schools and you got to find yourself. Find yourself. If you say, well, I'm a Kemetic, okay, you're Kemetic, all right? You deal with ancient Kemet or Nile Valley. How do you find yourself in Christianity? How do you find yourself in Israel? How do you find yourself in each one of these schools of thought? How?
All right, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, Sister Karima. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Maya kills you crazy.
Hey Maya, we about to fact.
Maya,
We about to fact check everything she's saying.
She's crazy.
Because
Jabari even have his Dr. York books on his freaking mantle.
He
Are you
reads
kidding
them.
me?
Yeah,
he studies Dr. York books. Oh my God.
Until they get in front of Jabari, but Jabari won't get in front of us.
No, he won't do it.
He'll debate Black Jesus Minister, and shout out to Black Jesus Minister, but he will run. He been running for me for a long time. All right, here we go.
Oh, Tahuti?
Can you see my screen? No, Black Jesus Minister.
Tahuti slammed him. Tahuti slammed Jabari.
Tahuti killed Jabari with the Turin papyrus.
With the papyrus.
Killed him. Because Jabari's the only alleged Egyptian Kemetic priest that don't know how to read the freaking text. He always say, "My wife know how to read it. She's better than me." He say, "Oh, we read from." He said on his live on the Shrine of Mad. I went on respectfully. I said, "Can you please exhibit your fluency in transcribing or transliterating and translating the Medunetter?" He failed to do it. But anyway,
I listened to them speak too, and I listened to them speak too, and they're using words that even we use as Sabians or we use as Nuwapians, like Anuk, Anuki.
Yeah, that's all in the hieroglyphics. Nook.
That's all in that.
The root is Nook. I am.
Nook, exactly.
I am.
And I see that, but she's saying Anuk. She's saying from an Ethiopian Coptic language because she said it. She studied it.
Yeah. So check this out, fam. This is my post from my Consu Amun-Re page. And I posted where the House of Consciousness, which is a page supported and or ran by Sa Neter and or his affiliates, who are also, keep in mind, Sa Neter and Jabari have an alliance about finances. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't hating on that.
I ain't hating on that.
But it is what it is. But after I posted the post of I'm gonna show it, of Sa Neter at a park at an alleged initiation of Jabari's alleged initiates, and I posted it in the House of Consciousness page. Oh God, you should have seen the comment. I mean, they was coming out of left and right. Me and Jeremiah Judah was like, whoa. I mean, they was just all over the place. So we know that people been hungry for this, for the Lion's Den to finally present this. So we happy about that. But look what they did. An administrator limited how much you can post and comment in the House of Consciousness. Your post was removed. It said they removed my post. Oops.
Yeah.
They removed my post.
To be expected.
You see, and this is why we say people fear facts. Truth is truth. They fear Nuwapo. They fear Brother Consu. They fear the Universal Yoruba Nation. They fear the facts in the book, Lightning from the East. They fear the true Ansars, the Mujahid, the warriors. They fear the Majay, the soldiers of Wunuwap.
Yeah.
Wusabat.
They fear a black organization not funded by any federal government. Black dynasty, organization that became a dynasty. They fear that. They fear that to this day.
That's Jabari right there. That's Jabari right there. You see, we don't, you know, and here's the thing, right? Let's deal with the facts. Let's deal with the facts. Why do I say Brother Jabari is a fraud Kemetic priest? Let's get right into it, because I know Sister Karima and the Lions Den got an extremely busy schedule. They've been pumping out videos and videos and videos every week. So I'm proud of them for that. The channel's growing. Like, share, and subscribe right now. Lions Den, YouTube, Lions Den, Facebook. Let's get it. Guys, this right here, if you go to Jabari's fraud shrine website, which is called the Shrine of Ma'at, right? What you see is priesthood initiation closed until 2023, 3-year training program. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what we see here, number one, is that Jabari is telling people he can train them into Kemetic priesthood in 3 years. Okay. 3-year program once a week. That's 4 times a month. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 48 times a year. So he's telling you that 48 times online now. These are online initiations. These are not in-person initiations. He's telling you that on your computer in 48 in 3 years, he can make you a priest for $4,500, which is circled right here in red. Let me blow it up just in case some of y'all have.
Wow, you can become a priest. Wow.
Yeah, you can become a priest right there. Boom. Boom. This is not slander. I'm not slandering nobody. I'm showing you what he's promoting. I'm not slandering him.
Do the Catholic priests do that also? Or they don't? Anybody know that?
Yeah, they call it a seminary. And one of his...
that's the university that you go to, right?
Yeah, one of his fake student goons tried to compare his fake shrine, which actually exists in his basement. It exists in his basement. And he's trying to compare that to seminary training, brother.
Wow.
A seminary is not a freaking brownstone basement in Harlem.
No.
That's the actual
and they don't do initiation out in the public either.
Never.
We did initiation in the land. And even as Ansar, Sufi, a certain initiation that was never held in public areas, and it was your own area, because we own those buildings and land, pieces of plot. And
that's right. We didn't have to go to parks.
We don't have to go to no park.
Other people's museums.
That's very important when you do initiation. So have a place you call yours, your plot, your own, your land. That's very
right.
important. But yeah,
that's
right. Crazy, bro. Wow.
You see that?
No. 3,000 years of ancient history.
Read that. Read that, my brother.
Learn over 3,000 years of ancient history. Study the major accomplishments of each ruler. Know the kings and queens of each dynasty in great detail. Understand the great battles during each intermediate period. And classes are held on Wednesdays for 2 hours, 15 weeks total. $700 paid in full, discounted rate, or $50 per week for 15 weeks. Wow, what a hustle. Hey, I gotta give it to him.
Have mercy.
I gotta give it to him, bro. You can't. That's his hustle.
What is this?
That's his hustle, man. No, that's his hustle. He's an Egyptologist. He's an Egyptologist. I thought he was a historian, but I guess he's an African historian. African historian. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how qualified he is, because you say you went to Cornell University, doesn't make you qualified. You know what I'm saying? And you study under Baba Haru, that even doesn't make you qualified. The Baba Haru, all of that stuff, I call it Egyptian hippieism. You know, that's a hippie era. That's in the 60s and 70s. You see, They can't pull this Consu to us because, especially me, because I'm 60 years old. I lived through the 60s and the 70s, the whole explosion of black power and the hippie, the whole peace sign and everything like that. And and what they call that place? Oh, and Woodstock and Santana. Yeah, all that movement. So there's a group of black people that wanted to be part of the hippie, but they expressed it in their way. You know what I'm saying? They ingested LSD and all that in their ways and tie-dye, but they wore dashikis and afros and then but they did the same thing around the campfire with the guitar. Baba Haru, listen to his music. It's folk music. He sits the guitar, you know what I'm saying? And not to shout out.
Yeah, he plays the guitar. He plays the guitar.
Yeah, I like the man. He's a good Jew. He's a good craftsman. He's a good Jew.
Absolutely.
Right. He's a good craftsman. But still, you got to be true to what, you got to call, the kettle black, but it's black. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it. You got to say, this is from the hippie movement. I lived through that. I seen the changes from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s. And when you live that, you actually experience it. You see it firsthand. And that's what's happening. I seen when people was straightening their hair, all of a sudden the afros came out. You know what I'm saying? I seen the change of music from Motown to the the hip, the I can understand the hippie type of soul music. You see that? You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, peace to you. That's what you want to do. But that's
now here's another thing. Here's another thing. Here's the thing. Here's the problem we have with this.
Mm-hmm.
All of the details he's saying here, the information that he's charging you $700 for.
Study it on your own.
Some people don't even make that in a month. You can find this information on Google, my brother, for free.
Yeah, you go online. You study the books.
I will teach you this. Listen, we will teach you, me and brother Kepper Shu ourselves, CeeLo Congas, we will help you with the basic ass motherfucking Egyptology information for free.
We'll send you to the source.
Thank you.
You want to deal with Budge and you want to deal, we'll send you to the source.
Budge,
I got PDF files. I got PDF files of that. We'll send you there. I saw crazy and stuff that he will. We'll send you there yourself.
It's all news for us.
Yeah. We'll send you
there. It's all news for us. All right, so this is an example of things that we have pointed out and addressed on Jabari. It's many more. I actually did a rebuttal to. I'll show that later. But first, let's see if we have any questions, and it looks like we do. We got a lot going on. Okay. Ooh. All right. You got blocked because you're disrespectful. You calling the bro sa nigga. I didn't call him that on Jabari's page. Jabari is looking for any little thing. I'm not a disrespectful person. That's not how I move. I move in intellect. I will destroy you intellectually. I will. Okay, I don't even play around like that. So, okay. Yashua. Yeah, we taking question and challenges. We taking all the smoke tonight.
Calvin says CeeLo's gonna hit a dumb or drum.
Smoke Tuesday.
But let me tell you something. Drumming, okay? With my drumming ability, I could take you back into Africa, back into ancient tones and ancient rhythms. I can initiate you in the drums. And I've been doing this since I was 9 years old. So yeah, I should go out and hit my drum.
My Achilles, I'm about to destroy you intellectually. Seminary.
I watched who?
All right.
Talking about the Houthi unsane brother with the
this is what Jabari's student tried to compare to his Shrine of Ma'at $4,500 studies?
Cannot compare that to Malachi Zio. Cannot compare that at all. No comparison. Jabari can never compare with the books and the teachings, with the land he owned, with the initiation that he held, with the possession of Osiris that he performed, that haven't been done for almost 10,000 years. None of that. Jabari can never compare to any of that. Never. Not even the regalia that we have.
Let's check this out. Let's check this out real quick. Let me share my screen. This is a seminary school that Zeph and I pulled up during our discussion. I mean, his fake debate with himself, because I told him I'm never going to debate him because he's never debated anybody. So he's not worthy to debate me the same way Jabari says I'm not worthy to debate him, yet I've debated a ton of people I've been debating for years. But Jabari compares his Shrine of Ma'at to these seminary courses, right? And look at what they come with. As an accredited Christian college with a 7,000-acre campus in Lynchburg, Virginia, offers you an education that is both academically challenging and rooted in biblically wonderful view.
Check it out, Lynchburg.
Well, no. Well, here's the point, though. Here's the point. Watch this. Can y'all see the screen?
Yes. We see the same thing. Experience that matters.
Here's the point. They have a 7,000-acre campus.
Ah.
They don't have to go take trips to the goddamn park or to the freaking museum and do fake public initiations. They can go take initiations on their campus.
Man,
in the actual synagogues. How they do it where? At the Vatican. Notice he's comparing his shit to Christian shit. That we're going to keep that in mind because we're going to touch on that too in the future. So that kills that. Jabari cannot compare it. He cannot compare his basement brownstone in Harlem to a freaking 7,000-acre campus in Lynchburg, Virginia, seminary school. Stop it.
Or his organization, or even with the what is it? The Shrine of Ptah, the Shrine of Ma'at, and all the what land do they hold, man? I mean, I work with the African Kingdom Federation. Got 1,000 acres in Mandombe, Congo, that's going to be developed into an academy, a university.
You have to have that, brother. You know, you have to have land and real estate for your people to live,
to study, live.
Even look at what brother Yahweh Ben Yahweh did. Where he went over to Dimona, Israel, right? Was it Dimona, Israel?
Yeah, Dimona. Yeah, they gave him a little bit of land in Dimona.
Yeah, I mean, but at least he
they got something. Oh yeah,
he went for the real. He wasn't trying to trick his people. He was trying to tell his people, look, I ain't just taking your donations for some bullshit. I'm gonna go. We gonna go somewhere.
Establish something in Dimona. Yeah. You know, even though they kind of like gave him the.
It went kind of sour,
but it went sour, but still,
he tried. He tried. He was genuine. Yeah. He was genuine. I believe that.
You know, when we was in the Hebrew school, Dr. Yo took us upstate Catskill, all that land up there. They used to do Shabbat up there. Remember?
That's right.
Everybody with the tent, right? Because he said, if you want to be Israelite, we're gonna be real Israelite. Man, he took us to Catskills, bro, with the tent. Shabbat, you had to live outside in the tent for what is 7 days, according to the ritual, the tradition. And that's in the Hebrew school, man. You know.
Let me try to share this this slide. Will it let me? Sister Karima. Trying to share this slide.
Calvin, why is it stupidity when we're just saying the truth? I mean, it's the truth. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think it will, but let me try
It's
to
the truth,
reshare my
bro.
screen then real
Why?
quick.
You know, obviously you must be a Jabariite. I call him Jabari.
He's a Jabariite.
Oh, you're Jabari. Fine, fine. And listen, no hate, but the truth is the truth, man. You can't, the truth is the truth.
But I realized that Brother Jabari had
Yeah, right.
the people.
Yeah.
These people that say they follow him are really. Let me show you what they did, man. Let me show you what they did, right? Let me show you what they did. So, all right. So what happened was after I started going hard on Jabari, his little fake goon, fake priest initiates. One of them is a wannabe rapper slash club promoter slash YouTubian. Is what Brother
Not to
Umar
promote
called.
hate, but you got to be real. I mean, come on.
And this is the post that pissed him off right here, y'all.
Huh?
This is the post that we put in House of Consciousness page. Let me show this.
Yeah.
I screenshot it from Sonnet. I screenshot it from Sonetta page, right?
Yeah.
This is him filming the fake initiation of Jabari's fake shrine, right?
Yeah, they don't know better.
He say, and I put, in case y'all didn't know, Jabari is paying Sonetta for promo. This bogus initiation is fake simply because you do not do public initiations into mystery systems. That's why they are called mysteries.
Yeah. That's a no. Just don't do it.
Come on, man.
According to traditions, you just don't do that.
It's passed sacredly.
Yeah.
I put, it's secret, sacred, not for public. I put, this was a publicity stunt to try and make Jabari's shrines look real. Even if I paid $4,500 to join the shrine, at least provide a proper temple for initiation.
Could have rented them. You could have rented a Buddhist temple. Could have rented them.
But shit, if you just got 100, if you just got 100 or 150, 200 members that done drop you $4,500, you ought to be able to get you some real estate for these people and maintain it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's in the works. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I say, hey.
But this is the post that got everybody pissed on House of Consciousness page, which is why they blocked me and blocked my post from House of Consciousness page. Because they scared of the truth, right? Now, lastly, Brother Silos, if you see any important questions that need to be addressed, let me know while I'm doing this. You can check out the chat. But I'm just going to show how hard we've been going on Jabari. Matter of fact, let's show this, man. Let's show the people.
Stay for the jokes. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Calvin. Yeah, stay for the jokes. The joke's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
The joke's on you, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I mean, it's just the truth, bro. I mean, you gotta expose it. When if you put yourself out there, you gotta lie in the bed that you're making. You put yourself out there. Jabari put himself out there. He should have known better. Okay.
Yeah, he did this. He did this to himself.
Yeah. First of all, you're attacking
disrespecting a prominent black leader.
And
he's in Harlem.
Right.
He could have, man, Jabari, that was stupid and
this man has followers. This man has people that loves him. This man got family. And you're gonna attack him? Well, guess what? What are you gonna expect everybody to stay shut and let you attack this man? No, you did it to yourself, bro.
Thank you.
You did it to yourself. And if I go out and I start attacking Jabari, I gotta expect Jabari to come back at me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Like my brother Consu, he's out there he's expecting Jabari. Answer this. Come here. But don't do it. You know why? It's gonna be very embarrassing for you. You know, very, very embarrassing for you. Okay.
All right. So this was from House of Consciousness stream 5 months ago. We got 19,000 views. It says, read the title carefully. Brother Consu, and I will respect Sonetta for properly titling this, is here to put Brother Jabari and Mark Lamont on trial. Now, for people that might not know who Mark Lamont Hill is, Mark Lamont Hill on Wikipedia, born December 17th. Born December 17th, 1978, age 43, in Philadelphia. Went to the Temple University, University of PA. The host of Upfront on Al Jazeera TV. Previously on Our World with Black Enterprise, HuffPost Live, BET correspondent, and a former political commentator for CNN and Fox News. He'll also host VH1 Live and reunion shows for Basketball Wives in November 2018. This is a pretty prominent, famous kind of guy.
Oh, it's on TV. So what?
All right?
So what?
Now watch this.
Yes. He did not believe in God.
Oh, let me skip this. All right. So this is during the debate when we had, when I came on exposing them, and both of them came on the panel. I was on the panel with Mark Lamont Hill. That intimidated Jabari, my brother. Let me say that first and foremost. For Jabari even seeing the fact that Mark Lamont Hill even paid me any attention and responded to me, it intimidated him. And I believe that's one of the main reasons he don't want to step to me toe-to-toe, because he seen Mark Lamont Hill never accepted my challenge. I told Mark, let's set up the debate. I'll come back with 2 elders, one of which was going to be you. I was actually going to come back with 3. You, Brother Ramesu, and the other elder, Umar Kadar Dariso, that's still fluent in the Arabia.
Yeah, Ishmael, you mean?
And Mark Lamont Hill ducked and dodged for weeks. And I got screenshots with Sonetta to prove it. So I believe that when this happened, and I believe that when this happened, Jabari knew right then, uh-oh, we in trouble. See what I'm saying? Nobody ever expected Mark Lamont Hill to respond to Brother Consu. Nobody expected that. That's heavy. And look at your comment down there, big brother. Sending healing energy to you, Mark. I don't like when any human is sick, even when I know your agenda and misinformation. That's deep.
You know,
because
that
you were there.
Yeah.
He's saying that he's 43 years old, brother. Silos, how old are you, sir? Please, if you don't mind answering that.
I'm 60. Well, Mark Lamont Hill apologized to Pharaoh. He apologized. He sent him a donation. Apologized. He was wrong.
There, brother?
What he did. Yeah. I'm here. Oh, you hear me?
Maybe he's not there.
I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Brother.
Yeah, he's there talking to you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Brother Silos, you hear me?
I hear you now, loud and clear.
Sister Karima, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I don't think he's hearing any of us. Khonsu needs probably to go out, come back in. Yeah, for the record, Mark Lamont Hill did apologize.
Go out and come back in.
Yeah. As we wait for him to come back in, Daniel Heru, jump on, family. That's what JJ said. Jump on. You know, if you got any, what they call cojones, jump on, and you know, let's figure this. You know, bang it out. Because let me tell you something. When you come out here,
I'm in the show. Can y'all hear me?
We hear us.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I figured it out. Now, all right, let me go back to sharing this. So y'all seen what I was showing though, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I believe, so like I was saying, I believe that at this moment, Jabari knew for a fact he would never debate me because he seen Mark Lamont Hill. Look at Mark's face.
Mm-hmm.
Look how concerned he looks.
He apologized for that.
Let's play a little bit from that so we can hear, because the contention is Mark Lamont Hill went on Sonetta saying that he seen molestation take place by Dr. York against kids, but when he got on there, he said all he seen was they was in a skating ring and there was a child sitting on Dr. York's lap and other kids were skating. That could have been his grandson. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? That's different from saying I walked in the room and seen sexual activity going on between two people. You see what I'm saying?
Let's see that. That's a lot.
Let's play this.
Of the ancient Egyptians, and we know that in order for us to find out more about ancient Kemet itself,
critique is personal. In my case, in particular, I'm assuming you're referring to Bill Cosby. Yeah, I had a critique of Bill Cosby, based on what Bill Cosby said, not based on speculation. Based on Bill Cosby.
Okay, that's great. He's saying that. Let's keep in mind to the viewing audience right here in the Lions Den, right? Let's keep it real here, 100.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Lamont Hill is a known slanderer of many black predominant people. Bill Cosby, he believes, is guilty. He slandered Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. He slandered Malcolm X by saying he was gay, all kind of other crap. So let's see what he's saying.
Cosby himself said, right? If Bill Cosby, when I don't want to get too far off track, but I'm critical of what Bill Cosby said. If I told you, Consu, that I gave women quaaludes and I'm not sure if they were inebriated enough to have sex, and I take the law off the table. Let's say it's legal. Let's say he didn't break it.
The new best way to make money online that nobody's talking about.
What does that have to do with him seeing young boys on the lap?
Sideways, right? And I look at Bill Cosby sideways. I look at Bill Cosby sideways for a lot of reasons. How he deals with poor black people, how he talks about it. A lot of people defending him are people who he don't defend. You know what I mean? He spent a whole decade talking about poor black people. But let's take that aside for a minute. I'm gonna pick up one of the issues you said. You said that I said that Dr. York doesn't speak fluent Arabic, and you said you have irrefutable proof that he does. What's the irrefutable proof?
Me.
Now we've already put out a video proving that. That's another reason. Yeah, that's another reason. That's another reason he won't debate me, because we've already put that video out proving that Dr. York was indeed fluent in Arabic, because he was talking to native Arab speakers in Arabic. And the brother right here, Silos, was actually there to hear these Arabic
I was learning how to be a Fusa from him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, conversations, you know. كيف حالك؟ كويس الحمد لله. تشرفنا أخي. You know, conversations. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Just to give you two examples, I can give you more, but you're muted, brother. I'm not interrupting you. Just mute it. Just unmute yourself.
let me say two things to that, right? I'm gonna say this once again. Then I'm Sonetta, let me share my screen real quick. The brother Silos that just actually.
All right, hold on. Let me get rid of the brothers on the line because I don't want to keep them there. Are y'all done with it so we can move forward?
Because what
I don't mind. I don't mind listening in because I agree with a lot of what the brothers are saying.
Okay, all right, you can listen in. Those of y'all who want to listen in, y'all can stay there. All right, Silos, you can call it in when you're ready to call in, brother. Go ahead, Consu.
Yeah, the
Jabari, go get ready, man. Go get your stuff ready.
The brothers.
Roll a second, but I want to hear Consu out.
Well, but before I say this, just let me share my screen and play this because we want to hear from elders, right? So let's hear from some elders.
That's cool, bro. But you keep saying you have a video of him speaking Arabic fluently. Where is it?
I got it. Just hold on. Let me share my screen, son.
You show everything with that.
All right, I'm sharing my screen. Let me share my screen, right? All right, here we go. This is the one the video that I did with the elder brother. It's nothing. It's not. Hold on.
All right, hold on, Consu. Let me talk.
Let me tell you why this is a dead issue. Why? Because
you brought it up.
Can't prove that he doesn't. I have presented evidence that he does. It outweighs you because you don't have any evidence.
Let me respond to that.
All right, Consu, let him speak. Let him speak now.
Okay. First of all, you haven't produced evidence that he does. You produce evidence that people say he does. Let me finish. It is an indisputable fact that you have no people who will say that Dr. York speaks Arabic fluently. That is true. And there are people who say he doesn't. That is true. If you look at the what's interesting about that though is when people have said, I have firsthand accounts of Dr. York doing things to children. I have firsthand accounts of Dr. York stealing people's work. All these firsthand accounts of Dr. York doing things, you say that's hearsay, that's slander, that's gossip, that's rumor. Firsthand accounts don't seem to matter from people when it comes to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he said you're lying on that too, Mark Mahir. He said you're lying on that Dr. York was messing with children of them.
Sure, fine. So take that off the table because I'm not here. I don't even want to talk about Dr. York's personal life right now at this moment. Right? We can talk about that if you want to. I'm not avoiding it, but I'm saying that ain't what we're talking about right now. I'm happy to go back. But my point is, if you're saying that I haven't presented proof that I'm telling you, I just pointed to a video and told you on the video where he made 2 mistakes that are clear non-native mistakes. That was a fact. You have not even presented a video of him speaking it at all. You've only presented videos of people saying that he spoke, right? And you're right. I could find 10 people to say he don't. You could find 100 people to say he do, and we could go back and forth like this trying to find people who say this and that. But at the end of the day, there should be a video of him speaking the language fluently. You said he speaks it fluently to Arabs. You didn't show me that. You showed me a picture of him in an Arab country. You said that he has all this stuff. Just show me one video of him having a fluent conversation in Arabic, and I will donate. And this is on my word. I will give you $10,000.
And he lied because we produced the video.
You know something, Consu, there is a...
Hold on. Let's kill this real quick. Hold on. 1 second.
In your name tonight. Show me one video of him speaking fluent Arabic. And that my word.
There are tapes of him speaking Arabic because some of them tapes were lessons. There were books that we were given of learning how to read and write Arabic, and on those tapes, with those books.
Here's the facts, Mark.
Can you respond to what I just said?
No, hold on.
Here's what I just said.
Hold on, brother. Here's the facts. The facts is Dr. York led an Islamic community for over 25 years. Right?
So
Dr. York, and Farrakhan never claimed to speak Arabic. He don't.
That's my point. You believe
he don't know Arabic. Hold on, wait. Dr. York has had debates with Arabic teachers.
Show me one.
In the book.
Prove it.
Ansar book, rebuttal to the book, the Bilal Phillips book. In that book, Bilal Phillips questions Dr. York on his Arabic, and Dr. York retorts, and they have a debate about the
Arabic. You talking about in print?
About the Quran, the word Quran, and the
duality is that there's a book of words. Really? I have the answer.
Plus, there weren't any.
Thank you. So my point is
that doesn't prove he speaks Arabic.
Hold on. My point is the leader of the imam of an Islamic community, translated the Quran, married an Islamic woman, went to school over there, got a bachelor's degree in Arabic, and he doesn't speak Arabic. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right, that would be dumb.
I was born in 1986.
You're right. That would be dumb. So he just admitted that his whole premise is dumb. Plus, He wasn't even old enough to have been around back then.
And the Ansar would say he wasn't around that time, man. He was not there. How can he speak with something he was not there? We lived that life. Yeah. We spoke Arabic to each other all the time.
So let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up so we can move on. Lastly,
yeah, I
was born in 1986, brother. Like I said, I'm not really qualified to debate you as far as the Arabic thing. I have elders that will love to, but you can't prove. No matter what you want to do, Mark Lamont Hill. No matter how much you want to try to tarnish the character of Dr. Malachi York and other Black leaders, you will never be able to destroy his legacy because his works will live on forever. You will never be able to deter people from reading his books. You will never be able to deter people from supporting his movement. That will never happen, brother. You know that and I know that. He will live on forever.
I never told you not to support his
movement. So let's just deal with the facts. Now, the fact of the matter, you lied. You came on the brother's show. You lied about the case. You said you seen stuff that didn't make sense. The stuff that you said didn't make sense. You didn't provide no evidence. Plus, you said that people had told you about molestation taking place, and you didn't say nothing. You didn't tell the authorities. You didn't tell their parents. You didn't go and tell somebody on the land, yo, somebody being molested. You didn't do nothing to your people. Why didn't you tell somebody when your friend told you that he was being molested? Why did you let that go on, Mark? If you say you seen this and you know this and you did all this, you was around and seen all this. Hit him with
that Draco, CeeLo. Hit him with that Draco.
So, you said a couple things. I'm gonna answer every part of your questions. Okay. The first thing is, it's an interesting.
You see that?
Crazy. You know what the Draco? There you go.
That's what you call a big takedown. That's what you call a big takedown, right?
He spoke out of his time, out of his term. He just spoke. You know what I'm saying? He was not there. Then he has a slide. He has an oud in the background. You see him with the oud? Can he play the oud? That's a Sudanese. That's an Islamic instrument. Can he play that? You know,
so
I mean,
my belief is that when Jabari, who is a low-level person, seen me take on Mark Lamont Hill, who is a higher level, we talking standards, you know,
credentials, you know.
Yeah, he been seeing it, CNN, you know, he been on higher levels than Jabari. Since since Jabari seen me take on Mark Lamont Hill, who is of a higher level, I believe that's been. See, Jabari's not a stupid or ignorant person. Don't get me wrong. He's very smart and strategic, and he know he don't want to enter a battle that he know he can't win.
He can't do it.
You see, so. All right, so now let's see. We got a lot of questions going on. Brother Jeremiah Judah got the chat thumping right now, man. That chat is off the chain. I don't even know if I can keep up with all these.
Burden of proof is on the affirmative.
Ooh, that's a lot. I don't know where to start, but
you see, Danielle Heru, they are proof, man.
Daniel Heru. All right,
proof of the. When you live with the man,
let's do that.
And you playing basketball with the man, and you see Prime Minister of Sudan coming, and you actually see the engagement of Arabic being spoken. Of course, he spoke English. His mother didn't speak Arabic. I know that. But remember, he was also brought up in Sheikh Daoud. Sheikh Daoud spoke Arabic and spoke to him in Arabic.
But see, let's get past that, right? Crazy. Here's the thing.
Crazy.
Daniel Heru wants to talk all that yik-yak, but Jeremiah Judah keeps sending the man the link, but he don't want to.
He ain't gonna come on. They're not gonna come on because they're gonna see silly. They can't, bro. What I don't want to make a fool out of nobody.
Let me say this, brother CeeLo. This your first time on the Lions, then, right?
No, actually, I was on here before. By mistake, I just happened to stumble into the back chat, but it wasn't a good.
No, I'm talking about on.
No, yeah, this is the first time that I'm on the line.
So, I want you to answer this question real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I want you to answer this question real quick. Jabari always tells me that I am, I guess, lower level than him because I've never met my master teacher. I just turned 36. I've never met Dr. York, right? You've met the man. You've actually lived real close to the man. Yeah. Right. Shout out to the brother Yasha bin Yashria. He said your lesson was my first Arabic and Hebrew lessons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's an elder, right?
And there. Hebrew too, yeah. The Hebrew.
That's the elder right there.
The Hebrew, the Coptic. It was similar to the Arabic. Yeah.
But by me being a person who wasn't there, and you being a person who was, can you give just some experiences on the structure of the communal living and how that was so different, how it brought you into another atmosphere versus when you came into the tab? Was it a beneficial experience when you came into the tab? Did you learn more? Did you grow more? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. Let me see if I got this straight. Hold on 1 second. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and because the reason I'm asking that question, let me show this picture real quick. Let me share something.
I am back. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so you're asking me, yeah, I can give you a good scenario how beneficial it was. Being brought up in the Bronx, in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And my mother, we're being from the Young Lords, and we're very revolutionary people. My mother going to college and stuff. So I always wanted to find a place. I always wanted to find, a place that we can come, instead of being like the hood, the garbage and people not caring about the environment. I always wanted to find a place that we can go to, what I'm saying, that wasn't like this. It made people living more in unity and together and believing in something. And I found it as walking, meeting a couple of brothers and going to Bushwick. And if anybody know anything about Brooklyn and Bushwick, about Myrtle Avenue, you got Broadway, Myrtle, Kosciuszko, you got Knickerbocker, that whole area is really the hood, But when you walked into Bushwick, there was like an area of, let's say, 4 blocks in, 4 blocks out. It's like a square of 4 blocks, 4 blocks, 4 blocks. Man, it was like the trees was growing, the bushes, the buildings were painted in white, well kept, even though some brothers had some complaints about the inner, but the outside was clean. No dogs were allowed in the area. And you see all these brothers and sisters all dressed the same. We have a long gown, and Emma's long white jalabia gowns, and the women, they put face veils. And the women decided to put the face veil. The men never told the women to put on the face veil. They wanted to do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? So they did it. They put on face veils, which you see that in the New Testament in Hebrew. Yeah, amongst the Israelites, the women wore face veil. So I saw this, and it was like a university. It was a university because I was a student at New York University. I was going to school there for music technology to be an acoustical engineer. But when I came to the Ansar, when I came to that class, Dr. York was speaking, and he told me to move on in. He wanted me there with him, and when I was there with him, we played basketball because I was 17 years old. The man at that time was like 35 years old. I was 17 years old. He was like 35 at that time. And so he was like a big brother to me. We playing basketball. And I had to have the fact that I was 17 because you had to be 18 to move in. So, I went in, and then in December I turned 18. But yeah, we played basketball and everything. And we had Arabic classes. I used to be at the fruit. The language was very, very important because when you walked into Bushwick, all you heard was Hamzaddin, Arabic music, coming through the speakers. You know what I'm saying? It was like coming into like, I looked at it like Alibaba the 43. It was like you went into a whole different world, and an Arabic world, with the calligraphy all over the place, you know, the way the structure the buildings, and we had classes. My teacher was Salim and Sisi from Senegal, and he was constantly teaching us Arabic, how to properly pronounce it. Now, at the time we know Alamamisa, Dr. York, he was teaching me the Quranic Arabic. He was teaching me my surahs. If I got one of the surahs wrong, he'll come with a ruler and say, hit me, get it right. It was like a teacher. And we were studying this Arabia Husa. So I learned 9 surahs of the Quran by memory. You know, I was working my way up.
Hey, brother Silos, brother Jeremiah Judah said, did you know brother Tahuti back now? Tahuti's name when he
Tahuti came on later. Tahuti
came
was
on
not
later,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, Tahuti never was there as an
way
Ansar.
later. That was during the WAPO when Tahuti his AEO, he was a triad member. It was Mentu Hotep Tar.
Right.
It was Haru Hotep Tar.
Haru Hotep,
and then it was also Consu Hotep Tar.
Right.
But it was Tahuti's name was Amun Hotep Tar, but he got booted off the island, and then
later on,
and then Consu replaced him.
Hey, check it. أنا أتكلم بالعربية تمام. وأنا اسمي إلى سيلو. وسيلو
أنا هفهم قليل.
سيلو يتكلم بالعربية تمام. You know, I speak Arabic good. I have videos. I've posted videos with myself speaking Arabic to native speakers. I've worked with native speakers for over 10 years. I've studied Arabic in college. And I am going to say that Imam Isa is the first African-American man that influenced me to speak both Hebrew and Arabic.
Wow.
And I am here to tell you, anybody who think that man was not fluent in Hebrew and Arabic is a fool, my brother.
I'm telling you, they just don't know.
Alhamdulillah,
because they were never there.
They
don't know.
I just wanted to come on here. I just wanted to come on here to say that much about the brother. You know, I'm one pretty much like Jabari, a contemporary of Dr. Isa. I did not join his group or his organizations, but you couldn't help but notice this man. You know what I'm saying? His books floated everywhere.
Right.
And you couldn't help
but all through the book. The language was all through the books.
Yeah, and you couldn't help but be influenced by the man. I didn't agree with everything he said. I personally have met him. I've confronted him in a small, personal debate. And I am here to tell you that man is one of the most intimidating intellects you'll ever want to encounter. And that's probably the reason why I'm the most formidable Israelite alive. But the truth of the matter is this, man. That man, anybody who talking this debate stuff and things that they would want to say to him, that man, I've seen this man smash Israelite, Christian, Jews, comedians, all of that stuff, man. And he was a very, very formidable intellect, you know. But that being stated, I just wanted to say, man, that the brother, in spite of what his sex life is, what he did, what he, you know, the good, the bad, he's a human being.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say, you know, just with the thing about the brothers, you know, the people saying that the brothers don't speak fluent Arabic is foolish. And even if I have non-native mistakes because I'm not a native. You know, that's a secondary and third language for me.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't mean you're not fluent. You could drop me off anywhere in the Middle East.
And you still get through it. Yeah.
And that's right. That's right. And they will understand me and I will understand them. You know, and if I stayed there a significant amount of time, I'm talking about like 6 months. I ain't talking about 6 years. I would be just as good because I have something that they don't, and that's formal education on the language. You understand? So a big ups to Imam Isa. You know, I don't, if he did negativity, I don't know anything about it. I heard about it. But what I do know is that man has influenced me. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to speak the Arabic that I do. And the brother he is fluent in Arabic. I'm out, man. Love y'all. Peace. One up.
Peace. One up. Yeah. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? There are people that lived it and were there and could tell you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the truth. You know, just getting out the truth. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, people, you know, we get too much into our emotions and we start repeating what other people say, hearsay. And, you know, that's public relations. When you look at public relations, you look at the news, it's all bad news. That's what I'm saying. Mark Lamont Hill, CNN. You look at CNN, look at MSNBC, look at the news. What do you get? Bad news, character assassination, all bad news. It's how they roll. I'm sorry to say. You know what I'm saying? And you at the end of the day, if you're going to be a journalist, you have to learn how to separate the two, not bring that shit into other conversations, man, because you're definitely, you know, spreading bad news. That's not, you know. But there are those that lived it, and there are those that let you to set the record straight. Say, no, that's not true. That is not true at all. Why are you coming out here and giving this bad news and lies? You know, we're not. This is not CNN. You know, if you just come on here and say this is the lion's den, brother, we're gonna roar at each other, man. We're gonna fight, but we're gonna at the end of the day, we're gonna see who's gonna become out here victorious, man. You know? You there, Consu? You muted? Oh, there you go. Muted. I'm gonna have to. Let me see.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you. Oh shoot! I forgot I decided to do something.
Okay, there we go. Something happened. All right, so let's get this thing on the road. Hey, brother Yasha Ben Yisrael.
Ooh, Jake Snake is
I shaded that.
Oh man,
he kept it 100.
Yeah,
he said, you know, I don't disagree with all the man's teachings, but he said, I know for a fact the man is a master linguist.
Yeah,
we've got his degrees. I mean, come on. Anyway, this is a book called Egyptian Yoga Postures of the God and Goddesses by a real Kemetic priest named Seba Muwata Ashby and his wife, a real Kemetic priestess named Karen Ashby. They both hold the title Seba and Sebaat, which are both teachers or instructors, right? This book here is a book called Pa'ashuta, an ancient Kemetic prayer book written by Dr. York, known in his Kemetic name. He has 9 Kemetic names, which if you look up on Google, most pharaohs had 9 Kemetic names.
That's a fact.
And this was put out by the ancient Egyptian order Prayer of the Ancient Tamarayat or Kemetiu or Egyptians. Okay. And it teaches you how not only where religious prayer, you know, other prayers come from, but it teaches you
a Kemetic system of prayer.
Yeah, and it goes strictly by the walls. From the walls of Kemet.
Did Jabari got any books like that?
It's 9 positions.
Mm-hmm. Does Jabari have any books out like that?
Does Jabari, as an alleged priest of the Shrine of Ma'at, has any books instructing his initiates? Any manuals, any instruction manuals, any of that thing? Hey, we got one of Jabari's followers, Zephaniah Parahu, Sister Karima.
Hey, listen, Omar has a good question. Who's the master teacher of Dr. York? Wow. Great questions.
That's a great
one
question.
of them I could tell you. Well, first of all, you got Sheikh Daoud from the State Street Mosque.
He's one of them, yeah.
Right? Mahmoud from the Grand Lodge of Sudan.
Yeah.
Mahu, also known as Hussein, was the one that
Sheikh Hussein.
Yeah, the one that
He also
Malcolm
taught
X
Malcolm
met.
X. That's
Malcolm X. Exactly. Okay. Look it up. There's a picture of them of my master teacher of Dr. York sitting with Mahu in Sudan, in the Grand Lodge in Sudan, brother. All right.
And then on top of that, in the beginning of most of Dr. York's books, from probably 99 on forward, in the beginning, it gives you a list of everybody who he studied under.
Yeah. Yep.
He shared this.
That's right.
He never said, "Oh, I'm just this genius that just came up with all this shit by myself." No, this man been studying since he was a kid. Yeah. All right. Now, here's the key point.
Even Rabbi Matthew, didn't Rabbi Matthew give him his
Arthur Wentworth Matthews? That's right.
Yeah, bro. Remember that at that time, you're talking about the 40s and 50s, bro.
I want to prove something to y'all. Since Brother Zephaniah is in with a Hebrew name, he's a so-called Kemetic priest with a Hebrew name. This is one of Jabari's fake initiates, and he's also a fake priest. Zephaniah Parahu is tuning in right now. He says he's trying to call in or give him a link. Sister Karim, if you want to send him the link, send him the link. It's StreamYard. She dropped the link. The link is right there in the chat. StreamYard link is right there in the chat. Zephaniah Parahu. Let him in. So let's get into that real quick. Let's get into step one of proving how Jabari is a fraud priest. All right. And I'm going to start the Lion's Den. Zephaniah, if you look at the Lion's Den, they've been dropping links to the chat. So you have no excuses. All right. Let me share my screen real quick and show just one. And we're going to get into this because the questions that I've been having for these brothers, they don't know how to answer it, which proves they don't know even basic Egyptology. But they claim to have paid, they done paid this man $4,500. All right. Oops. Okay. This is Abosom do not ask for money. Abosom, Orisha, Voodoo, and the purification and the purification of Nanasom Africanite religion. Right? Which is just an open way to say it. Right? Now, this whole article is written by one of my other master teachers named Ojidafo, who is also a Akan hoodoo priest. He, I ain't gonna go into much into that, but this article talks about how, oh shoot, hold on, gotta renew it. Let me do this. Hold on. I guess I had to redo my subscription. All right, here we go. Okay. So, let me reshare my screen now that I got that fixed. Okay.
Hey, Shalom, family.
What's up, my brother, JJ?
What's up, fam? I'm just peeking in, man. I got one quick question to that person that's a Facebook user on the screen. The link is in the chat, brother. You can come on in. And also, reason why the brother is kind of saying he's HOTEP hustling because it's common knowledge that it took longer than 3 years to become a Kemetic priest. How does he accomplish this feat in 3 years?
Yes.
Take over 40 years, Jabari.
That's a long time. That's a long time, brother.
Yeah, Jabari, you only like 46, maybe 45.
Yeah, it does take so
Thank you. Thank you.
What the hell is going on? This is the HOTEP hustle. Daniel Haru, you don't understand that part? How did Jabari accomplish this in 3 years? Daniel Haru, please come on. I'm gonna jump off. Shout out to CeeLo.
And I want to thanks a lot, JJ, for that. I want to answer Daniel Haru here when he's saying, and are you saying since that is free and Jabari charging for his course, he's a scam? Was Dr. York free or was there a price on it? Well, from experience, I can tell you this. When it came to initiations and it came to like this, I was in the Sufi school, right? So we had initiations, so you only paid for your booklets. You know what I'm saying? That costs money to print for your ID and things like that.
And how much was the initiation fee?
There was no initiation fee. You only paid for your booklets. But you would receive in your house. I think $7 a booklet.
Or let me ask you this: the application fee, $9.
$25.
How much?
About $25 was the most.
25 measly dollars.
Yeah, because that helped pay for the stamps when they send you back. It was a correspondence. So they send you back the books, and they explain all of that. You know what I'm saying? But for the initiation, there was not a lot of money for that.
Right.
Now I know in Yoruba, same thing. There's initiation that you do when you want to do Santo, and they do charge money, but that spreads out. Again, that goes to pay for food. It goes to pay the crown, the festivities, and it goes to pay for a lot. You know, it's not one person taking it and running with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different thing. I know because I just
let me show. Now he's saying still waiting on evidence to prove that Jabari is a fake priest. Let's go ahead and get that out.
Let me just say one more thing before I go.
Go ahead, my brother.
See, I didn't know that Daniel Haru was such a Jabari alike.
Oh, really?
I didn't know it. But listen, he was a moderator or judge, kind of moderator / judge in him and I's debate with Jabari and I debate. I didn't know this.
So
and
he was biased. He was biased.
Hold on, watch this. The crazy part, the topic of the debate was, did ancient comedians believe that Osiris was just a principle or real? All right, that was our topic. Jabari said they just thought it was a principle. I was on the side saying that they had shrines, they had all kinds of stuff. People thought they were real. There's gonna be an afterlife with them, but that's for another topic.
Right.
So, but this is one of our first real big debates in Lions Den back in the day. The judges were asking Jabari and I questions, but the crazy part, Daniel Haru was asking me questions, me and Jabari questions about Israel.
Exactly.
Debate wasn't even about Israel; it was about Kemet. I'm like, hold up, man. When am I gonna get time to get into my information?
Yep.
Oh no, we got to do it this way. But I'm gonna find that video and I'm gonna show it to y'all. Daniel Haru, if I'd have known you was compromised, you wouldn't have been a judge. Come on.
That's right. And that just shows the lack of integrity, the lack of honesty, the lack of ma'at. They're supposed to be the shrine of ma'at. They're the shrine of what is called isfat. That's the opposite of ma'at. That's evil. That's unjust. Lies. Crookedness.
So Jabari's been in it for 30 years since he's been in the tradition. 30 years? Not according to Jabari. Not according to Jabari. He's told everybody how long he's been in it. And he started reading those Ansar books first too.
Hey, Zephaniah saying, hold on, I have to cook. Go ahead and cook, my brother. We ain't gonna wait for you to cook, but we just gonna go ahead and smash you because I warned you about this, and you've allowed. What's sad is these people, these blind followers, have allowed Jabari to persuade them into stealing their money and to joining this fake online shrine, which is really in the basement of his Harlem apartment. He doesn't have a building. He doesn't have a shrine. He doesn't have, that's why he does initiations in the park. You see? So to prove that Jabari is fake, let's go to Abosom Do Not Ask for Money. This is an article by Ojida Fo Re Kwasi Ra Nakan Ra Hempaka Nakan. And he is a hoodoo Akan priest of the tribe of Ghana. And the Akan tribe of Ghana, is a direct blood link to the ancient Egyptians or Kemetians and Nubians. And he did this whole article called The Abosom Do Not Ask for Money. The Abosom is the way in the Akan Twi language of those of Ghana, West Africa. That's how they say deities, or, in Hebrew, it would be Elohim. In Egypt, it'd be Neteru, and, the Orisha would be in Yoruba. They say Abosom. So he wrote an article saying that the Abosom do not ask for money. You see? And if one of the duties of a priest is to be a bridge between, if Jabari is a Kemetic priest, is to be a bridge between humans and the Neteru, and he's asking for money, which I'm not saying that it doesn't take money to build a nation, but what I'm saying is he's taking money, he ain't building nothing. That's different. If I'm saying, hey, I'm taking donations we trying to build a nation.
Well, he's building his house in Ghana.
You see what I'm saying? Personal.
That's okay. I mean,
personal. He's not building nothing from the community. He's draining the community. And see, this article is dealing with Abosom, Orisha Voodoo, and the purification of Nanasom African ancestral religion. The purification of it. Why? Because it's been corrupted by people like fake Babalao, who jump in your inbox trying to sell you love spells and money rituals. By people like Brother Jabari, who tell you in 3 years they'll make you a priest for $4,500. They'll sell you Google information for $700. Yet they can't give you a place where you can even come into a building, and if push comes to shove, you can't even stay there for the night. Stay the night there if you miss your flight the next day, or if you miss your hotel. He can't even provide a tip. A shrine is a place. A shrine is a. We're gonna get into that too. He don't even know what a shrine is.
Well,
but anyway.
This Facebook user said that he's building a temple in Ghana, so stop lying on him. I hope he is building a temple in Ghana.
And you know what?
I hope he is, but don't knock other men who already built temples here.
Yeah, he is built. That's just like Dr. Umar, who he's still building those schools.
Building that school. But that's what I mean.
He's still building that school. But anyway, let's deal with this. Let's just okay. He says, greetings. Do the Abosom, Orisha, Voodoo, Neteru, that's the Egyptian, those Jabari gods, ask for money? No. Do the Abosom need money? No. Is money currency, and currency and energy, and therefore when you give money, you're giving energy? No. Bullshit. Human beings ask for money. The Abosom or deities never have and never will. And this is based on the fact that when you're dealing with these forces of nature, the sacrifices and the offerings that you're giving them are a part of nature. So it's something like a stone, a shell, an animal, a plant, a herb, a mineral. You see.
Look how stupid this Facebook user is. Okay, saying that Dr. You don't have a shrine, he has a cell. Well, let me tell you something. They're building a shrine in Trinidad right now as we speak it. Okay.
No, hold on. Let me finish. Don't get up.
He's in jail.
Hold on. We'll address that. We'll address that later. Let's deal with this first. We know that that's called an ad hominem. And an ad hominem in the debate world is when you start to attack the person or a person's character. Right. It's an ad hominem when we're dealing with facts here. So all they can do is do ad hominem. So anyway, he goes on to explain that in Africa today, that traditional African healers and traditional African priests Some of them work jobs, you know, et cetera, but some of them, but what they're given is an offering so that they can take that offering and use it to give to the deities. When you deal with something like an animal offering, after that animal sacrifice, guess what happens to it? It's fed to the community, to the tribe.
And for my Israelite people, the same thing you can find in the Old Testament. Same thing with Moses. Same thing with the Israel.
He says, priesthood is not a business, and the Abyssum Orisha Voodoo do not treat it as such. They never have and never will. It's not a business. Jabari is trying to run a business, and Sanetter is his promoter. Let me say that again. Jabari is running a business, and Sanetter or Sanigga is his promoter. We showed that already. All right. Let's go to another proof that Jabari and his fake shrine have no idea what they're talking about. Watch this. This was me, June 14th. I tuned in live to Jabari's show with him and Baba Haru and his wife and his other sister to ask some simple questions. My questions were ignored. Brother Silos, you were in on this call. Did your questions ever get answered?
No, it got put up on the thing, but
you going too fast, man.
Okay, talk to
me.
me.
Why I say that is because what you just showed just killed took his whole life away.
Talk to me, my brother.
Family. I mean, for real. Did y'all read what he put on the screen?
Yeah,
that's in honor of the Neters, the Neter rule, the what's that A word? What'd you call the A word?
The Abyssum.
Abyssum. You don't get money for that. The forces of nature don't need money. Ain't that what it said? So, Jabari, are you really following the ways of ancient Kemet? Or are you some kind of new age HOTEP hustler? I'm gonna go ahead and stay on the panel, man, because I'm just gonna listen in.
No, that's true. Yeah. That's true. You're right, brother. That was a serious.
But here's the thing: they throughout history, even when you go into the Old Testament and you read throughout all these traditions, they never did things like that. If they did, that was considered fraud. Yeah, and they would, you know what I'm saying, and they were dealt with. You know. Simple as that. Even when you read in the Old Testament, even with Moses, and even you go in there and you see how the Elohims, there were certain tithes, certain things that was offerings that the Elohim wanted from the people and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are temples. Those are traditions. Even traditions you find in Africa, traditions you find in Arabia, even in Europe, you find these traditions. These are traditions that carry on and on and on. It's a way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? But what we're saying is it's kind of suspect when you have a person just trying to use, camouflage around these traditions and trying to use things for personal gain, what it looks like, because there is no proof of anything. And I hope, like what this person said, I hope he's building a temple in Ghana. But right now, he just showed the house. This is coming from him. He showed that he's building a house in Ghana. He has not shown that he's building a temple in Ghana. He has not said that. It's not what he's propagating, or maybe he's keeping it on wraps. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
so that's speculation. Right, when and if it happens, okay. But what I do know is that some of his followers I talk to are very unintelligent, and they don't know basic. I asked them questions. We'll show this too. I asked them basic questions like, okay, if Jabari is a priest, then what kind of priest is Jabari? Because in the ancient Egyptian or Kemetic priesthood, you had various classes of priests. You see, I asked some of these brothers this question time and time and time again. See, this is it. I said, let's see if the fake shrine of my eye is ready for 360 questions. Since Jabari is afraid to debate me, I'll force him to unless they block me. and they didn't take either of our questions. And let me show this real quick. All right, so check this out, brother JJ. Watch this right here. This is a post. Okay, so what happened was Jabari sent his 2 fake students, goons, they some fake goons too, to try to challenge me to debate them on what a Kemetic priest is. They wanted to change their whole narrative. The narrative is Jabari a real priest? That's the narrative. The narrative is not what a real priest is. You see what I'm saying? So I told, and then they had pictures of Dr. York on. I was like, this ain't got nothing to do with Dr. York. I'm not agreeing to this until you change it to what it is. Is Jabari a priest? Not what is a priest. And here's just one simple contradiction, and that makes these guys look just as dumb as they look. They read a quote from Herodotus, who was a white man, who gave his account of what he experienced in Egypt. Not saying his account is wrong or right. I'm just saying he was a cracker. And crackers are devils, and devils is, you can't really trust them. But it may have been true. It probably is true, because when we look at the statues, it is true. So we don't trust what they say, we confirm it. He says the priests shaved their bodies all over other day, probably meant every other day, to guard against the presence of lice or anything else unequally unpleasant while they are about their religious duties. Right? Now, you got Jabari and all his, somehow I lost it. Him and all these guys who are coming at me all got a head full of hair. One of them is a Rastafarian. One of them is a Rastafarian / 5%er. I did some research on him, and he want to be a gangster rap artist. Oh, that's cool. I ain't tripping on that. Like I say, I don't give a fuck about a person's personal life. Let's deal with the fact. You're not a priest. Neither is this other dude. But these two had the nerve to make a post about Egyptian priests shaving their hair off. And when have you seen, look at Jabari, keep a beard. Baba Haru got hair on his face. One of these guys got dreads with a full beard. The other guy got a full beard. But let's look at the Egyptians. This is a boy. This is a young boy. How do we know this was a young boy? Because of that side lock on his head. This is what makes people like Shaka Amos, who are fake hoteps, look stupid, because that shit is what kids wear. Shaka Amos is a grown-ass man, and I ain't really throwing no shade at Shaka Amos, but whatever. Walk around with a goddamn kid's lock on the side of his head. But what's important is this is a child priest, and other than that lock, which is for childhood, there is no hair. Now, in the next picture, I don't know why I keep doing that, but anyway, I'm showing all the different pictures of the Kemetic priest.
You ain't showing anything.
Yeah, you don't see it. You ain't sharing the screen.
Oh, I thought I was sharing my screen. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. All right. Let me share my screen real quick. Is it sharing it now?
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
It says here, the clergy of ancient Egypt did not preach, interpret scripture, proselytize, or conduct weekly services. Their sole responsibility was to care for the God in the temple. Now, what the hell is you doing, Jabari? You got a God in your basement? I'm gonna throw some more bombs out there a little later. I'm just hanging out. Go ahead.
That's heat, and you know why that's heat? Let me show this last picture.
Where your temple, Jabari? Is he under the stairs?
This is a good one right here. You know what? And this is a specific type of priest, brother JJ.
That's a priest from Heru. Heru priest, a priest.
Yeah, look at that leopard skin clothing. Notice completely bald. Totally 100% bald, right? Now let me show you one of my master teachers who is a hoodoo Kemetic priest, right? Let me show you a picture of him. Hundred and 110%, no facial hair, no hair on his head, and he probably shaves all the hair off his body, just because that's one of the customs of a real Kemetic priest. It's just how it is. You see, I mean, it's just the way it is. But anyway, so that's a picture of ancient Kemet with a priest in ancient Kemet with the leopard skin who's got no hair. All right. Now, here's what's more important. Jabari calls himself a him
Neter Tepi.
Neter Tepi.
That's right. I know. Yeah, sure. I was just getting ready to say that before you said that's what he called himself.
Him Neter Tepi, right?
Yep.
Now let's try to do a quick
first servant of God.
Yes. High priest of Amun. We're gonna go to worldafropedia.com, and these are the high priests of Amun. This is the actual glyph for and see, here's the thing though, JJ. When I asked this man's alleged student priest, all I asked him was one freaking simple question, my brother.
Yeah.
Is that if Jabari is a priest, what kind of priest is he?
Right.
They obviously didn't understand that there were over 5 to 8 different class of priests.
That's right.
You see.
Hey, you got the ones that kept up with astronomers. They call the owl priest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do your thing, bro. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got the lector priest, you got the Wab, you got the Sim, you got the one that dealt with like who we call today morticians. You got the ones that dealt with the preparation of the body, the funerary priests. And I asked these fake students of his, what kind of priest is Jabari? Nobody will answer for weeks and weeks. They wouldn't answer. But when Jabari goes live on Shrine of Ma'an, he put him Neter Tepi. And he put him Neter Tepi for his wife. Which means
you know, here go another reason why we say it's fake. Because your initiates, they were actually supposed to go through the negative confessions. This is why you don't do it in public.
Yes.
Man, I will bust Jabari head, bro.
Yes.
And JJ, you sure you're not a Kemetic priest?
I've been waiting for this battle with Jabari. He been around since the first debate, since it was tampered with by Daniel Haru, who was compromised. I didn't even know.
You ain't lying. But hey, one thing about JJ, I can say this: JJ is although he is a practitioner of the Hebrew faith, he is well versed in various different schools of thought. I will say that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will say that. And see, here's the thing. So when he goes live and he calls himself him Neter Tepi, right? That word him, it can translate it. It ain't one translation to one word in these languages. It's various translations, right? If we look at the glyph itself, just to prove that I do know how to dibble and dabble in it. Here you have the Min, which is the stability sign. Then you have the Ra. You have the water. This is the emin. The flag, which is the netter, right? And the hymn netter tepi. What the hymn, one of the words that it means is husband. Husband. And the female is hematat. And in Sabbaic, it's the same word, hematat, wife, and hamam, husband. So the translation of that word would be not necessarily, well, the tepi part is where you get the high. And that don't even mean high, it means chief or head or principal. So you got the chief principal of the Neteru. Now, let's break this down, brothers and sisters, to this word right here. Husbandry. The care, cultivation, and breeding of crops and animals. Management and conservation of resources. Husband is also a word for like a person to take care of a farm or a flock of people or a deity. So by him calling himself him netter tepi, he's saying that he's the chief principal of this one deity. And by his saying that this shrine is dedicated to Ma'at, he should be dedicated to serving Ma'at. Continue. That should be his number one focus in life as a him netter tepi. And clearly he's not doing that. He don't even have a shrine set up. The shrine, on his shrine, we went to his page, my brother. We went to his page and we found pictures of his own ancestors on the altar to the front page of the Shrine of Ma'at. I ain't gonna bother pulling it up. You can look. I put it in the chat. So,
hold up, man.
You heard that?
Hold up, real quick.
You heard that?
Yeah, hold up real quick. Yeah, hold up for 1 second. Okay. Say that again.
He had. Let me say this. Let me stop this screen because I want everybody to understand this. On the cover of the Shrine of Ma'at website, he has pictures of an altar with dead images or pictures of his relatives, family relatives. That's not a shrine. That's an altar. That's something that's only for your blood family. For instance, my family, we have an altar that's dedicated to our grandparents. Those are the head of our family. But if I was to be a Kemetic priest, I can't teach my initiates to pray to my ancestors. They have to pray to the Neteru or their ancestors first, then get to the Neteru. So one of the things that we point out that the master teacher Ojidafo of the Akan Nation points out is that a lot of these priests, and it's not just Jabari, it's these phony tarot readers you see. It's these phony Babalaos and Ifa jumping in your inbox trying to sell you money spells and love spells and rituals and stuff. It's not just him, but he's a master of deception, and he tries to make himself look smart. But as a him netter tepi, a person who's dedicated to the gods, why are you on Sa-Neter debating Black Jesus Minister? Why are you so focused on these museum trips and this Europe, this Europeanized form of an ancient African Egyptian initiation, with, like you say, brother, with the steak and shake hats on,
right?
Looking like a Catholic priest walking around with
steak and shake.
So One of the first. So the first way we prove Jabari is not a real priest. Number one, he wasn't initiated by a real priest. Baba Haru. Right. As much as I love Baba Haru is not a real priest.
Who initiated Baba Haru?
Nobody.
Nobody that we know of. No.
Baba Haru. The Asar. Yeah, hold up. The Asar said society started what in 1971? Is it the 60s or the 70s?
Right. By a student of Malachi Z.
Yeah. Raunifer Hotep, the leader of the Sarset community. Siba Muwata Ashby, the leader of the Sema Institute of Yoga. Yisra Hotep, who also does Egyptian yoga. These were some of your forefathers who came after Dr. Ben and Dr. Kwesi, who actually started trying to form organizations.
These were your hippies,
right? Now, after these organizations started to form, they never had an official link to become initiated the proper way. Now they ask questions. You got some slanderers, and everybody's here. All of Jabari's goons are here. Black Excellence TV, Sean Richardson, they all here. So we lit tonight. It's lit.
Daniel Haru.
Daniel Haru here.
I didn't know, man.
Oh,
Daniel,
it's lit
tonight. I didn't know.
Listen, Malachi York. Let me show something real quick, because I don't just like to talk, man. Let me show something. Let me show these clowns something, because I don't even want to. This ain't even the point of this. They ain't the point of this, but since all they can try to do is, instead of defending Jabari, which is what they're supposed to be here to do, right? All they can do is try to point out stuff about Malachi York. But let's see. They want to ask who initiated Dr. York and where did Dr. York come from, and
he was
so let's show
the junction of the two Niles. Yeah.
Keep in mind, how old is Dr. York, brother Silos?
77 right now.
Yeah,
77 years old.
I got one question. Where at Black Excellence, where do Jabari keep his statue of his God?
Good question. Good question.
It's supposed to be kept in the shrine.
That's right.
Hey, look,
Where's
they
the
got
fucking shrine?
They got the lighting of the fire in the boat, which was when the door was unlocked to the shrine room where the statue of the God reside. Where is it at? You got it under your stairs in your basement, Jabari?
Where is it?
See,
where's your holy of holiest? The holiest.
Come on, man, stop playing with us. Yo niggas is fake committed. Y'all fake. Black Excellent TV, he probably ain't teach you about this. I probably could teach you more about what y'all supposed to do than this, brother.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh, and then Daniel Haru say, "Oh, well, those are olden days. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. That's olden days." Now, how the hell he call himself a priest?
No. What that means? No. Jeremiah, what that means is they're changing the original customs, my brother.
Yep. So New Age,
and they just admitted it.
Yep.
New Age hippie.
We don't have to do that.
Yeah. All right, let me share this. Let me share this screen real quick and show this. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Boom. You see it sharing? Okay, there we go. Now, the first thing I just want to show is because we always like to deal with right and exact facts. All right. The person asks, who was Dr. York's master teacher? And this is from one of Dr. York's books himself. Although Dr. York says he had many master teachers. He said that this man here, Mahmoud of Sudan, which is in Africa, is his master teacher.
Yeah, initiated him in the junction of the two Niles.
Yeah, in Africa. Is in what they would call, not necessarily Kemet, but in the Nilotic Valley.
Nile Valley. Yeah.
All right, so that answers that. Now, Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find the picture. Oh, I'm trying to find the photos. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Right here. Shout out to the big brother Olufemi Adewale of the University of Yoruba Nation. Alefia, Alefia, Alefia. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. This is supposed to be put up December 18th, 2012. All right. It says, well, I ain't gonna read what it says, but he went in. But it says, here's evidence of Dr. York in Nubia as Imam Isa during the 70s and 80s. Now, Silos, how old is York again? About how old is Malachi York? $80?
He's 77.
77? Yeah. Now, in these pictures, he looked roughly, I think he was in his 20s something.
No, he was probably in his 30s. Yeah, 30s. Well, yeah, late 20s, early 30s.
So these pictures were at least 50 years ago?
Yeah, it's around 73, 74, if I remember.
So now, the question is, what was Dr. York if he was allegedly teaching Ansar Islam at that time?
Oh, no, we was learning Kemetic science even as Ansars.
That's what I'm saying. Why was he over there? Why was he bothered with?
This is the Nile Valley. Yeah, it's the Nile Valley.
Look at this. He's in this picture. He's in the pyramid of
Ani.
Yeah, he's in
the walls.
Yeah, he's reading the pyramid text in this picture.
And a lot of these rooms you cannot access. You have to have special permission by certain ministries. And since he was a Sudanese, he had connection with the Sudanese government, he was able to enter into certain of these chambers within the pyramids and underground.
Absolutely. You couldn't just get in there back in the 70s and 80s like that.
And I got to give it to Polite. He was able to do that too because he went through Oba, the connection through Oba and Dr. Ben, Oba, Masonry, and yeah, you cannot enter.
Now look at this. That's another picture of him in front of the pyramid, of the Great Pyramid. And this is the picture of him in front of the Step Pyramid in Saqqara of Zoser.
Hey, do Jabari tour? Do he get to do that, bro?
Huh?
On Jabari's tour?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I don't know.
Something we've been doing.
Well, he don't take pictures like that.
I mean, was he in the temple like old boy was?
No, he was not inside the pyramid. He goes to
That's
museums.
what I'm talking about.
Never.
He was not inside there.
He ain't no real Kemetic priest.
You see what I'm saying?
He can't even get in the temple.
For one, you got to be.
Can't even get in the temple.
Yeah, you got to be a Mason. Right. You got to be sponsored by a Masonic school, and there's certain things that that in order to enter into those chambers, they're very, very strict on that.
You see, so the point of the matter is, we've got so much information on these guys. They don't have. Okay, first of all, the definition of a shrine. Let's look something else up real quick while we at it, since we busting ass today. Shrine of, let's say, Oshun. Shrine of Oshun. Let's just look up. Let's look up the Shrine of Oshun. Let me share my shit. We're gonna look at the Shrine of Oshun. Oshun is a Yoruba deity.
I just played for Oshun this Saturday.
God or force of energy, right?
I just played for Oshun.
And let's show a picture of a Shrine of Oshun. Let's go to images. You see this sister right here? This is a village. This is the shrine. All right, let's go to this right here. Okay. Let's show. They got a lot of good images of shrines here. I mean, it's just tons of them. And the common thread between all of these shrines is one main thing: a location, a body of land, real estate, and a temple for worshiping that deity. That's what a shrine is. The purpose of a shrine, guys, which none of these fake initiates of Jabari was able to answer. They gave me, first of all, they gave me, oh my God, they didn't give me nothing from the Metanetter. Nothing. They didn't give me anything from the Egyptian text. They gave me all Christian Catholic definitions. Right? But a shrine, if you was to just go by the basic bullshit definition, it's a place regarded as holy because of its associations with a divinity or sacred person or relic marked by building or other construction. For example, let's look up the shrine of Osiris in Abydos. In the Temple of Seti the First. This is just a quick Google search. It says the Temple of Seti the First. Ancient Egyptians believed that the tomb of Osiris, they believe, listen now, Jabari admitted to Reggie on Sinetter that he does not believe that the Egyptians were real people. According to this, it says ancient Egyptians believed that the tomb, the burial place of the god of the dead, was located in Abydos and is where his head was buried.
Damn.
You hear that?
Brother Consu, may I interject?
Hold on. You can't interject yet.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time for Jabari.
Okay, sure.
Say that one more time.
Yeah.
It says, ancient Egyptians believed that the tomb of Osiris, the god of the dead and the underworld, was located in Abydos and is where his head was buried. Shoot the Draco.
Right. See, so is that just a principle, Jabari? Because that's what you told me. I said, nah, bro, that ain't what I read. Yeah.
The Temple of Seti. Now, if you go in depth into this, which I won't because I don't have to, because this is old knowledge. The ancient Egyptians believed, brother, that this place, which, by the way, they found when they excavated this place, they found millions and millions of jars and pottery of offering jars where they would come and offer libations and incense because they believed that this is where the head of Osiris was buried. So it was a holy shrine. It was a place where people would go to invoke the spirit of Osiris.
Right.
Therefore, by definition, the shrine of Ma'at is supposed to be a place where people go to invoke the energy or the entity or the deity known as Ma'at. I have yet to see any ritual or anything. First of all, this is an online shrine. All of these people live in different states. The one brother's calling live in Atlanta. The other brother live in Arizona. The other brother live in California. Jabari lives in Harlem. It's an online community. It's not a shrine. At least ISUPK and other groups, Nation of Islam, the Nawapians, we got bookstores and temples, Hebrew Israelite, we got bookstores and temples everywhere. Jabari has his brownstone in Harlem.
Hey! Don't forget the ones that repatriated back to to Africa and then went to and then Israel and Demona.
Demona,
they got
Israel.
Everything.
That's right. Yeah. Demona, Israel. You got the Rastafarians that went to Shashamani land.
Yep.
You got Nuwapians that's them repatriated to Liberia and
Ghana. Yeah. They big
And Jabari just want to take you on a goddamn field trip to the museum and to go get some popcorn and to go bowling. Charge you $4,500. Take a picture in his basement and convince you that you're an Egyptian priest. That's bullshit. But since we got one of his devout blind followers, let me stop my screen and go ahead and let this brother get his contention on. Go ahead, my brother. My brother Zephaniah.
Oh, you want me to talk now? Yeah. All right. So tell me, man, what's going on? How you brothers doing?
I'm doing all right, brother Zechariah. Now, what you think about that head that they go worship? What you think about that?
I'm sorry, you got to catch me up, man. I didn't hear everything.
Come on, man.
You said what I think about what now?
The temple was it Temple of Seti first? I think it was Temple of Seti the first. The people believed that Osiris's head was buried there, and this is why they built that shrine to go there and worship, to go there and get the Osiris energy.
Right?
Did Jabari teach y'all that in class?
Brother Jabari taught us things in class, but I would not reveal. Taught everything with. Because obviously,
me right
because
now.
Obviously,
tell me why I should go to the school.
Can I talk?
Tell me why I should go to the school.
Can I talk?
You're a professional.
Yeah, go. Let him talk. Go ahead. Yeah, recruit me to come to the school. Go.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, obviously, you cannot reveal everything that is taught in a priesthood. That's just ridiculous. So, I mean, we could go back and forth for 1,000 more videos, man.
What can you reveal, brother?
Huh? You can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What can you reveal? Give us something revealing right now. Go.
Okay, so you talking about so-called Temple of Abydos. No, the real name is Abju. All right? So, and you would know that if you was listening or if you were present on the debate.
Stop. We're not playing these
If you were present on the debate, brother, if you was present on the debate, if you was present on the debate,
that's
brother.
some weak shit.
Hold on,
brother, if you was present
Hold
on
on,
the debate,
that's some weak shit.
brother, if you
I'm kind of weak on him, but go ahead.
Yeah,
you were scheduled to the debate. You did not show up, brother.
How you gonna correct us and y'all ain't even
practicing the
practicing?
debate? What you're talking about right now, I talked about that in the debate. You should know what my stance
stop
on.
with the con lanes. Stop with the
Come on, man, brother.
He's trying to go
do you
with
still
the
want the
con
debate or
lanes.
no?
Get to the point, dog. Stop with the con lanes. Get to the point.
All right,
You
everybody
want
give
my
a minute.
You're
attention.
right. It's the
That's
temple.
cute, brother. You want
You're
my
right.
attention.
You're right
That's
about
cute.
that. Abju. Yeah,
We
yeah.
live.
We know that.
You still look.
But
I'm
the
I'm
English
living
people, the
rent-free in
English
this brother's head right now.
they're
He don't
gonna
want me to talk.
translate it
He cut
as
me off.
abudos. So we
I'm
know.
living
Right.
rent-free in this brother's head.
Come on, man.
Brother
Hey,
Jabari
that's
living rent-free in this brother's
2013.
head. It's hilarious.
Hold on.
I'm just
Hey,
enjoying
Jeremiah,
it. But
let me ask him a question.
you know, we out here
Let me
building
ask you
though.
a question.
You ready to come out and build?
Since you want to nitpick on that, do you speak the Kemetic language fluently? Yes or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
I already answered that question.
Let me hear
If
you.
was
No,
at the
answer it
debate,
now.
if you was at the
Answer
debate,
it now.
you would know that, brother.
No, speak it now for the audience. Since you want to
Go back to
nitpick.
the debate and
Answer it
watch
now.
the debate, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't
Go
gonna answer
back
the
to
question?
the debate and watch the debate.
Boy, you a weak ass chump, and I ain't answering. And
Hold
I
up,
ain't
You ain't
man.
gonna say it to my face though.
Call somebody else from his
You ain't gonna
phone,
say it
and
to
I'll
my
talk
face
to
though.
them. But I ain't talking to you, chump.
Let's settle
Y'all
down.
ain't want to
Let's
fight.
let
Is
You
that
ain't gonna
part of
say
the
it to my
42
face.
confession?
Listen, don't get it twisted. I'm not brother Jabari. Don't get it
You a
twisted.
chump. You a chump.
I'm not brother Jabari, brother.
No,
Don't get it twisted.
Hey, Kareem, mute everybody,
I'm
please,
not
real
brother
quick.
Jabari.
Let's settle
Mute
down.
everybody.
Let's settle down. The brother has something
Hold
to
up.
say.
Hold up. Let's stop. Let's don't let it get out of hand, because this is my first time seeing a Jabari, student of his. So, because Jabari been running for me for years, bro. After I beat him up in the Lions Den, he couldn't stay on topic. He had a goddamn judge that I didn't even know was a Jabari, like to tonight. So now that you're one of his students, I want to ask you this: did the people of Egypt or Kemet, did they believe Osiris was just a principle, or was it real, a deity, or a man who was deified later on in life? Which one is it? So I got Jabari answer. Let me hear yours.
You muted. He's muted.
He ain't muted. He just
you muted my mic again. Okay.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
All right. Okay, so I was asking you to clarify your question. Do you want me to answer that for Egypt, Kemet, or both?
All right, see, I see this guy full of game. Let me get to the point. Was Osiris just a principle, as Jabari explains it, or was it really real? Was it like a deity or a human being, and then his legend became a deification? Which one is it?
So all right, so I answered this question on.
Bro, I don't even know you. You ain't answered nothing over here,
Can
bro.
I talk?
Yeah, no, but you're not gonna play. This the Lions Den, bro. Answer the question. I don't even know you.
Can I
to
talk?
say you answered the question already?
May I
That's all
please
I'm
talk?
saying.
May I please talk?
May you please answer the question?
May I please talk?
May you please answer the question?
May I please talk?
May you please answer the question?
All right. As soon as you be quiet, I can answer the question.
Yeah, go ahead and answer the question. Go.
All right. So the Neteru are principles, yes. Now, anything further than that, like I said in the debate or the teaching, it wasn't really a debate because your brother Consu did not show up. So, but if you showed up or if you watched the video, you would already know my stance on that. I'm not going to speak further on something or keep repeating myself.
Okay.
So that's your answer right there.
You answered the question. Okay, you said so. You said the principle.
Who you call Osiris? That is a Greek term. We don't go by Greek.
You speak English though, right? Why ain't you
yes,
speaking?
I do. Yes, I do speak
Kemetic then,
and
bro.
I can speak
no,
a little.
Speak Kemetic right now.
I can speak a
you
little
want to
other
correct
languages too.
my English.
I can speak a
my
few.
Greek.
I can speak a little bit of other languages as well.
No. Speak
So what's
Kemetic
your
right
point?
now. A whole paragraph. Go.
What is your point? Can you speak
Go.
Hebrew?
No, the point is, don't come in here trying
to speak Nuwabu?
Linguistics.
Can you speak Nuwabu right now? Give me
Bro,
a sentence right now, brother.
I'm the host, and you come in here playing games.
Give me a sentence, brother.
Speak the whole goddamn paragraph.
Give me a sentence in Nuwabu.
But hey, like I said, yeah, this dude a joke, man.
Give me a sentence in Nuwabu.
But
your chump right here didn't show up to the debate.
Mute him real quick. Mute him.
This is entertaining.
Hey, mute him real quick. See what this dude want to come in and do? He don't want to answer questions. He want to be like, oh, it's not Osiris, it's Osar. All that type of shit. But you speak goddamn English. So then I asked him, well, go ahead and speak a whole paragraph of that Kemetic stuff. You can't do it.
English?
So let's quit the linguistic stuff. Hold on, bro. Bro, let's quit the linguistic stuff and get to the point. This dude a clown. I see why you didn't debate him, bro. He do the same shit Jabari do. They condescending. They got their goddamn nose in there. They don't know shit. HOTEP hustlers. And all Jabari doing is breeding a whole gang of them on computers all over the goddamn United States without a goddamn shrine. Go ahead, Consu. Unmute your mic, Consu. Yeah, man. Any of you goddamn Jabariites that want to come on here and really... go ahead.
Why don't Jabari,
Jabari sent them in the list.
Help him get some education, bro. Put him through college or some shit. Inspire them to do that just like you did. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about it's only a principle, but we got information saying different.
Oh no.
These people got the whole head was buried up. His whole body was cut up, so they got shrines all over the goddamn place. They thinking this dude body all over the place, man. Stop playing with us.
There's findings. Actual.
Daniel Haru, come on up in here so you can get it. Any of you Kemetics. The Israelites and the Wahabians is teaming up today, and we kicking ass and taking names later. Where you at? We don't want to see you in the chat chatting. Get up on here on stage. You got some explaining to do.
Yeah, Jake Snake, man, that's a dumbass question you asked.
Come on up here, Jake Snake.
He's asking me a personal question. He's saying, when I'm a Kemetic, Islamic, Nuwapian, Puerto Rican. And so what? So what? What are you? What are you? Islamic? I've been through Islam and I've been through Hebrew, Israel, and Nuwapians. Yeah, I studied Nuwapian, Sabian. And yeah, my parents are from the island of Puerto Rico. All right. So what? What do you
who was that that just left? Who was that Congo that just left? What's his name? Zephaniah Pongo.
Yeah, Zephaniah.
Yeah, bro. I'll debate you. You come over here.
He's no match for you, JJ. He's just gonna beat him up really, really, really bad. He doesn't know.
Yeah, man, they be trying to play games. Then you ask him to speak a whole since you wanna since I'm in the wrong for saying it in English or Greek or whatever. You trying to tell me the correct word, but now you can't even speak a paragraph of that stuff.
You know,
you can't.
Object, but we all know that. I could have told him that.
How you gonna try to come on here?
He was reading an article. He's reading an article. What they say, Osiris. His name wasn't Osiris. Osir, Assad, different names. I mean,
right. But so that's just a deflection.
Yeah.
Well, this how I'm gonna avoid answer the question. I'm gonna argue how you supposed to say the name. A lot of Israelites do that too. His name was Yeshua. His name was Yeshua. His name, all that. That's just a deflection. It comes from both sides. Israelites do it. Comedics do it.
Yeah.
Man, let's stop doing that.
Islamic do that too. People around the world do that.
You niggas don't know the name. Shit, not for real. I mean, as long as I know what you talking about, we kind of on the same page. I ain't gonna argue with you. Well, you supposed to say Yahweh Shah.
Exactly.
You supposed to say, man, get up out of here, man. That's content. 2013.
Let's deal with the content of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Later on.
And the content. Hey, CEOs, the content was these people on that shrine, a shrine of Seti the first, whatever he had up there. They believe it was a goddamn head buried up under there.
Yeah,
and
that's the first time I ever heard of that. You know,
and that's just a principle. Yeah, you gonna get on here and lie and say them people just thought a head buried under there was just a goddamn principle. This is what I'm talking about, Jabari. This is why you run, because we ask real questions over here, not that pepper shit that you get over there on side of the TV where you protect it. Yeah, you got protected one time in the early stages of the Lions Den because I let the goddamn moderators and judge set up the format. Daniel Haru was one of his long time, I guess, admirers, and he rigged the goddamn debate, and Jabari still lost because he wasn't nowhere near on topic. We ain't talking about Moses. We ain't talking about stoning people. We talking about, goddamn it, did these people believe that was Osiris just a principle, or was he real? And you ran up out of it and you cried to the moderator, oh, goddamn. Hey, Kareem, we're going to find that damn debate.
But you know what's so shocking about that, JJ? That the actual papyrus, the actual walls of papyrus tells you that he was a man, an actual person. He taught agriculture to the different tribes in the Nile Valley. He came from the the section of the two moons, so to Uganda. He came all the way up. He unified many tribes and taught them, again, agriculture, taught them how to unify themselves. There's a whole story about that on the walls. So how can they say he wasn't a person? It's just a principle. It doesn't make sense.
Yo.
You there?
You back, Consu?
Yeah, man.
So
my computer, I thought I know I had it plugged up, but I had it plugged up to the wrong plug.
And that's all right. We kept it going. We kept it going, bro.
I know. Hey, man, listen. You did JJ. What you did was just pure genius questioning and interrogation. Mm-hmm. It's simple. It's simple. You want to question, and this is one of Jabari's tactics.
I know.
You see,
I will curse all of Jabari's students.
Yeah,
they're not as seasons of a deceiver as him when it comes to debates and information.
Thank you. He knows how to professionally, he knows how to professionally deceive people by way of ad hominems, red herrings, and stuff like
condescending. I went to Cornell.
You see,
Reggie like that too.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, and they do that. It doesn't mean I met some dumb ass people in the university.
No, brother.
Dumb ass people in the university.
But here's the point.
A lot of dumb ones.
We asked this brother Zephaniah very simple questions that he could not answer.
Right. He tried to debate somebody.
Guess what, though, Jabari? He lied to me. He lied to me while we was in the back chat and said, Oh yeah, I'm the head of the debate and research team. I've debated before. Then he got on the debate, which they tried to change the debate. That's why I didn't go on and said, "Oh, this would have been my first debate." I'm like, nigga, you ain't on my level anyway. You better step it up, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
what it proved,
I give first timers a chance sometime, man, because somebody had to give me a chance.
you got to, and I don't have no problem with that. But the point is, you can't come to a debate with ad hominems and buck dancing. We gonna call that shit out immediately. Dog, stop buck dancing. Why are you putting emphasis on Asar versus Osiris or Kemet versus Egypt? Just answer the fucking question. Some people don't know who the fuck Asar or what Kemet is. You know, a lot of people, we are people, whether we are Nuwapians, Hebrews, Kemetic, whatever, we are people that are into advanced information in general. The general public don't know the basic stuff that we know. So let's not get caught up on that. But the basic questions that Jabari, and I feel sorry for the other brother, William Humphreys, who didn't call in. And I think he's a lot more authentic than those and genuine than those brothers. But that brother paid a plane ticket from Arizona all the way to Jabari's basement in his brownstone in Harlem. Paid $4,500 just to take a picture with him, get a certificate saying that he's a priest, and does not have any. I asked the brother, how
Wait a
many?
minute, Jabari didn't pay for his flight?
No.
God.
No. Another thing is, here's my thing. Here's my thing. If I pay $4,000 or $5,000 to join an organization, I want to have every Saturday we have a food, we have a congregation, we have things for the children, we have events, you know what I mean? Not just an online class.
Damn.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When you become a priest, that means you can marry people. You can do
according
rites.
to them. According to them, yes.
So they can do that.
Jabari has married people before. Yes, he has. I will say that he has.
Okay.
That is Jabari cold with his hustle.
Oh, he's
how much you trying to marry?
But you know, my sister can marry you, and all she has is she's a notary public.
Oh,
she married my uncle and his wife is a notary public.
So you don't even have to be a pastor to marry people.
I want to see a legal
you don't
document
have to be a pastor.
with
You can
Jabari
be a notary
name.
public to marry people.
Saying he married somebody. Come on.
Well, here's the thing, though. And here was one of my content. I did a whole rebuttal to these guys' video, but I just felt like they weren't even on my level to respond. I be giving them publicity by responding to them. That's why they calling in now.
No, send them in over here.
I'm glad they did.
Hey, send them in over here. We've been looking for some new comedics to beat up.
Yeah, we gonna bring them to the dead, and we gonna let y'all slaughter their ass up to pieces.
I didn't know he had followers like this.
Yeah, we got a few Jabariites out there now. He got a lot.
You just see what happened to one of them.
Man, you already see.
Jabari, send in all your new initiatives tonight.
That fast.
One down. Let's go. One more to go. Let's go, Jabari. Send them all in. All your new guys. They got to come through. You should send them through here first before you see if they're ready to really be, you know what I'm saying, defending this shit.
Now let me tell you what I got though, Jeremiah. I not only got Jabari already admitted he started out with a SAR set, which is founded by Ra'un Nefer Amen, who has been teaching Egyptology or chematology or the Kemetic form as a religion. He was one of the four, founders of that.
Wait a minute, as a religion?
Yeah.
Jabari, I thought you wasn't religious.
Jabari is definitely religious.
See all the truth is coming out.
Yeah,
man got a
but
degree in
Jabari doesn't
theology,
know
man.
how to. Jabari doesn't know how to decipher between being a practitioner of Kemetic system and being an Egyptologist. Because guess what? Most of your Egyptologists, according to Dr. Reggie, was atheists. Dr. Reggie said that Ben and Clark was both atheists. That's what he said. You got a brother that Dr. Reggie is an atheist. Dr. Reggie's student / co-worker, a co-partner, Netanyahu, is an atheist.
All right. Now stop right for 1 second. So were the Kemetics, ancient Kemetics, were they atheists?
Fuck no.
And I tell them this. This is why I said, Daniel Haru, how can you be a Kemetic atheist, Daniel Haru? It makes no sense.
They are fake. They fake Jeremiah, because I challenged, and Abjuware is in the comments. We lit tonight, brother. We got the Dagger Squad. Jeremiah, you pulling everybody out the crib tonight. You got the Dagger Squad.
They all come in and get beat up. And Garfield, like you be throwing me off. You show when I start beating your people up, I'm gonna let you stay on so we can continue to beat you for about 12 rounds.
Listen. Is here. West is here right now. Abjuware, that's him in the comments. I challenge go jump on we got something for you real good. I challenged months ago, maybe years ago. I said, why? And me and my brother Scotty Matthews from the Chicago Nuwapian Temple. He said, how the hell you an atheist and your name is and mean eternal life, and atheists don't believe in eternal life?
Damn. Damn. I ain't figured out.
Shoot that Draco on him.
You a walking oxymoron.
Man, come on, man. That's ridiculous. You an atheist, but your name and means eternal life.
That's a good one.
That's crazy, dog. That just shows the lack of logic that these people have. So,
Unc got a new nickname. That's Bobby Banger. So maybe he's seen it like.
Yeah, man.
His new debate name is Bobby Banger.
We're gonna have to come back and do a part 2 to this. If you want to take any last questions, you can. If Brother Silos want to say something, he can. I'm about to take a quick minute.
I see that, and none of the commanders one brave will jump on and got beat up real quick. This is the last call for anybody that got something to say. We'll let you get the floor. We ain't gonna be like you wasn't able to speak. Jump on.
They say we can't believe the walls anymore. They've been whitewashed as everything is. I'm just trying to understand. Great question. Excellent question, my dear. Trino Boss Boutique. I don't know if that's a male or female. I apologize, but that's a good question. To answer that question, the walls have been whitewashed, is what they said. Now, in order to prove that, or in order to disprove that, this is how we verify Europeans when they break down the Kemetic language. We find cognates, which are related words in other modern living African languages. And we use a system in linguistics called historical comparative linguistics analysis. That means when you analyze the history of ancient languages that share roots in phonetics and other places. So for instance, we'll take the word let's say for instance the word Anuki, which in our language is I am. And we'll find that same word in the Sabaean language, and we'll find that same word in the ancient Egyptian language as Nuk, which means the same thing, I am. So we'll have to use some kind of living African language to tie into the old language to show that the translation is correct, because they're all related, because we've all proved that they share a mother, a common mother tongue. But that was a great question right there. That was a great question. But if anybody got any more smoke questions,
yeah,
we're
well,
gonna take the
Black
last
Excellent
smoke.
TV, where you at?
And I'm gonna take a quick
Zachariah,
2-minute intermission. I'm
Pupo,
coming right back.
where you at? Jabari, send some more in. I'm telling you, before you initiate them, you gotta run up through here through the gauntlet. These guys ain't ready. You just passing our priesthood because it was passed to you for free. Well, not free. You probably got charged too, but the whole point of this is it takes 40 years, what I read, for you to become a priest. But Jabari said he's been in this for 30 years. So it don't even add up. Him being a priest. The numbers don't add up. I'm going to say it again. He said he's been in this for 30 years.
Damn.
But it takes 40 years to be a priest.
Damn, that means I can call myself a priest. I've been in it for 45 years. That's crazy.
But what I'm saying, they must have to been in the priesthood for about 40 years to get that title. Pipe clergyman. So how is Jabari a priest? For all you Hoteppers out there, don't be caught making videos 2 years later about how you got beat by some of these HOTEP hustlers. We don't want to hear it no more. We don't want to hear the videos about polite hustling you and Inky selling you water that ain't even vitamin water, it's faucet water, whatever how it went, and so on. Because we've been warning you. But you just don't want to listen because you're idol worshiping, celebrity worshiping amongst us. They stand out. Whatever they say is true. But now what they're doing, the new thing is, Garfield is inviting these European book writers and to try to tear down Israel. Because they want to be Israel. They want to be the Israelites.
Yeah,
before they moved over there in 1948, they was gonna put it in Uganda.
He's been doing that for a while. Garfield on
Come on,
his
man.
channel. Yeah.
Garfield, you gotta cut it out. He wouldn't even let me question the European book writer. What's his name? Russell something. Russell Davidi, whatever the hell he is. And then look, dude rambled on for 45 minutes to an hour, and then put up one source. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm in the audience. Y'all gonna make him source up? He just rambling. And they over there, oh man, he's a beast. They say, oh, well, JJ, you just being racist. How am I being racist? Y'all telling me I ain't qualified to ask this guy a question? Who's being racist? Who? Matter of fact, who's cooning? I would say you were more cooning than me being racist because I want to ask this guy a question. Then they throw me out the chat, putting me in timeout. Then when they let me on, no, they didn't let me on the panel that day. But what I'm saying, Garfield, you got to stop upholding these ones above us just because they look different than us. I'm not a racist. Anybody can get an intellectual ass whooping. I don't care what color you is. You see what I'm saying? But Garfield uphold the European scholars, the European writers over his own people. See those? Remember when I did that presentation on Sarnetta? Did the Africans come to America before Columbus? Did you see that one?
No, but I did something like that also. But I think I caught a little bit of it. Yeah, I think I catch something.
That was supposed to be me and Garfield's debate. He ran from that.
Yeah.
Sarnetta had to tell him, bro. Hey, look, I had to force Sarnetta to tell him, bro. Tell him he lost. When you sign up for a debate, when you promote the debate, and you don't show up, you lose. I didn't want to beat him like that, but I'm kind of glad it happened like that for one reason. I got to get the information out clearly without none of the distractions from Sarnetta trying to help. You see what I'm saying? Then he had to set callers call in at the end of the show to try to change the momentum of the show. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm in it for the information, bro. And this was a good show tonight. Hey, any of you commenters that want to come on here, we ready.
Yeah, man. Just want to say, you know, and by no means, it's not an attack on Jabari, but it's what you're preaching, it's what you're teaching, and you started it. You started it when you attacked another man, despite of what people think that he did. You know what I'm saying? Despite the court the cases, whatever, but what his teachings and what he taught. Because by no means, I tell anybody, I'm not a follower of Dr. York. I'm simply a person that knew him, learned from him, you know, hung out with him, and you know, and I've seen it with my two eyes, you know, the good. If I would have seen some other stuff that wasn't right, he would have gotten pushback from me because that's the way I am. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I didn't experience anything like that. You know, and I was 17 years old. That was in 1979. You know, so when you attack another teacher, when you attack another teacher that has students and followers, what do you expect? You're gonna get pushed back. You know, so this is what's happening.
Hey, here's another thing. Hey, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
This one last key. We gotta come back and do a part 2 because I ain't gonna lie. I'm not used to having this many comments on my shit. I can't keep up with all of them. But we gonna have to come back.
Hey, we streaming from Facebook. Hey, shout out to the Alliance Den on Facebook, and we on YouTube. Hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe,
Share
man.
Alliance
Den, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Hey, replay it on Clubhouse if you have to, because this gotta get out.
Oh yeah. Now listen. Now here's another key thing.
Unless you've been in it for 40 years. Hey, hammer that down, and then you tell me if it's a hustle. How you calling yourself a priest?
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on now.
Oh, then they say, oh, we ain't got to do what they did. Then y'all, I mean, so y'all just making up shit as you go?
That's it. Freestyle.
This shit. And then they be the first one to my, oh, the white man gave me your Bible.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all making up shit as you go, too. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't get it.
Well, not only that, the white man gave Brother Jabari his degree from Cornell University.
And he wears it proudly on his sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
In my debate, I use a scholar that was from Cornell saying differently from what I said, even people I said, you must have missed class that day.
But it happens even in class, you know, in the university. There's debates and there's people with different. And from professor to professor, you're gonna get different ideology, and they all don't agree on the same.
Let me say something too. Let me say something too. I want to say a few closing remarks, but here's one remark. When Brother Jabari and I did all these videos, go to my YouTube page, Brother Consu on YouTube, and go to my Brother Consu and Yame Ray or Consu Amun Ray on Facebook. But we got several videos on Jabari. But one of the things when after they kicked me off of Sonetta for saying that Nepal had blonde hair or something, I wasn't even disrespectful. I was just saying you talking shit and you the one sitting here with blonde hair. Anyway,
they made a big deal out of that.
Oh, that was gray or blonde or something.
Yeah, they are.
Anyway, so after that, Jabari and Dr. Reggie start going at it, right? Brother Jabari says that he believes that he would choose Wallace Budge translation over, who is white and the racist and the thief. He would choose his translation over Muata Ashby, who is black, of the Book of the Dead.
You know what I'm talking about?
He also said that he don't think that a Kemetic priest necessarily have to be fluent in a Kemetic language. But according to Sibu Muata Ashby's book, who is a priest of an order and who is a fluent, who wrote language book, he got a language book on how to write the language. In his book, he says every simple duty of a Kemetic priest is to learn how to transcribe the glyphs, because you have to fucking, you know, when they get old, they have to remake copies. The papyrus and stuff get old. So you can't be a priest without knowing how to transcribe the glyphs. And he argued, Reggie, that you could be, because he's trying to whitewash and Catholicize the ancient Egyptian religion or culture. That's my contention.
You gotta remember, these Catholics are slick. You gotta remember.
Well, they slick, boy. Lord have mercy, they slick.
Which one I'm did it?
One last thing.
Oh, go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
One last thing. This One Africa movement. I've also been focused on this. This One Africa conference they were supposed to have in Egypt. You remember that?
No, I didn't see you post that.
All right, so it was a One Africa conference. It was supposed to have been like, you know, Leonard Jeffries and Jabari and
yeah, they were promoting that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In Egypt, right? In Egypt.
What happened to that?
In Egypt. It was supposed to be in Egypt, right?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, they got
the Arabs, the pale Arabs, shut them.
They ran them out.
They ran their ass out of there. Get out of here.
Well, Jabari, what y'all could do is just have it at, you know, at that park or that basement of yours. You know.
That's it. That's the only place they can go, brother.
So you mean to tell me they got ran out of Africa?
They got ran out of Egypt.
Damn. hey, get your Draco out. Get your Draco out, man. I gotta hear the Draco.
Shoot that Draco, CeeLo. Shoot that goddamn Draco.
There you go.
With that being said, hey, we're gonna end the show on that note. We're gonna end the show on that note.
Yeah, man. We got part 2 coming up.
Yeah, part 2 coming up.
Yeah, I'm out of here, man.
We out.
Thank you very much.